The following is a live sports presentation of Glycod. GLICOD.com.
Glycod's coverage of UA Local 502 Louisville Football Friday starts now.
Much belatedly, but it's worth the wait. It's St. X and Male. Chris LeBar along with former Male Bulldog class of 93, Dion Reese, in a marquee matchup about 30 minutes late with weather. Skies are clearing, though.
Yeah, they are clearing. I mean, we've got some rain coming down. The field's in good position, so I expect a competitive game tonight, Chris.
These two teams perfect on the season, 2-0 each way, and they've done it in different ways.
Oh, no doubt about it. I mean, again, these are two storied franchises. I mean, our schools, and their offenses are explosive, and I expect to see a bunch of that tonight as well.
This St. X offense will be without running back Manny Gray. He is perhaps their top ball carrier. He's out 7 weeks. That means Marlon Harbin. We'll talk a lot more about Marlon, a standout receiver now that he's the featured running back. So their offense will look a little bit different. Yeah,
Will Harbin had a pretty good, pretty solid game last week running the ball. So I would expect the same out of him tonight.
So Male comes into this 2-0, defeated Ballard handily last week, and you saw them firsthand. What did you think?
They look great. I mean, just running the ball. I mean, that offense, it's going to be a handful for St. X to contain tonight. So it'll be interesting to see how that plays out.
So glad you joined us on Glycod. We will kick this off in about 27 minutes. It's St. X number 3 and Kentucky Male. They are number 2. Up next, I'll chat with head coach Chris Wolf. His conversation on the other side of this 3-minute break from Glycod.
Not just flies. Lines direct. Not just flies.
UA Local 502 is offering great career opportunities for plumbers, pipe fitters, and HVAC technicians. They're seeking highly skilled and trained workers with or without experience. Incentives include debt-free education, employer-funded benefits, apprenticeship that comes with employment, and high starting wages. If you're ready to accelerate your career or just want a fresh start, UA Local 502 could be for you. Contact them at 502-361-8492. UA Local 502. We do it right the first time. Only your locally owned Cub Cadet dealer has genuine parts, accessories, trained service technicians, and the widest selection of innovative Cub Cadet products. We're here for you whenever you need us, with expert service and support to keep your equipment running at peak performance for years to come. Visit your locally owned power equipment dealer, Anderson Sales and Service in Madison, Crestwood, and our newest location at 1675 Watterson Trail in Louisville.
1965 Male graduate and basketball star George Tensley knows the value of providing quality service, and that's what you get when you dine with Tensley Family Concessions. They provide travelers with many fine choices at Louisville Muhammad Ali International Airport. Whether it's Kentucky Fried Chicken, Chili's, or Starbucks, you know your travel experience will be a more comfortable and convenient one. Learn more about our company by visiting the website tfcfamily.com. Are you a parent battling with raising your child in today's fallen world? You're not alone. The Operation Parent Handbook is your beacon of hope with info and guidance on social media, vaping, anxiety, and more. It's a resource that equips you with the guidance and conversation starters you need in your parenting journey. Use discount code KIDS at checkout to get 10% off any handbook. Visit OperationParent.org to reclaim your confidence as a parent. Operation Parent, you've got this.
When you're buying or selling a new home and you want to do it with few hassles, count on Polo Real Estate Group. Founded and owned by 1993 Male High graduate Dion Reese, Polo Real Estate has over 2 decades of experience and offers skillful consultation and representation for your sale or purchase. Polo Real Estate Group, a realtor you can trust.
This edition of Coach's Comments is brought to you by Polo Real Estate Group, your one-stop real estate source. Founded by 1993 Male graduate Dion Reese. Contact him at 502-387-6330 or visit online at polorealestategroup.com.
St. X and Male Week 3 here. Chris Wolf joins me, and Chris, all these games against St. X are big. differentiate tonight's game as opposed to the last few years?
It's probably about the same as far as a week 3 game. That's what you're talking about. Yeah, week 3 game. So both teams are trying to find their identity. Both have playmakers. You know, they got the Harbin kid, and we got Chase and Antonio. And so right now you're just really just trying to figure out what you got. And these big tests right here, it's good to, see who you can count on and who you can't. But we both have been in a situation where we've lost this game and won the playoff game. So it means a lot. We want to get a win, but it's not everything.
This is a group that maybe looks different now than you thought it might earlier this summer even. How would you evaluate where you are now?
Well, we're still trying to figure it out. This is new territory for me. Most people know we throw the ball quite a bit. I think we've only thrown it 16 times in 2 games, which is obviously not a lot. And so we're just trying to get a feel. We think the passing game's going to come along. It's just going to take a little bit more time. So we feel like we got the bones of a good passing game for down the road. And we're just going to work it. I mean, it's a 10-game season for a reason. So we'll see if we have some opportunities tonight. Maybe our passing game will improve. If not, hopefully we can rely on Chase and Antonio again like we did last week.
What would it take to settle on just one quarterback?
I don't think we would. I think Antonio is just too good at what he does. It's a nice package to have. And so there's no reason to settle on one when you can have that. I mean, it's a little different than Shammai last year because Shammai, we really didn't have a full package for him. But Antonio, we feel pretty good that he's going to be competent in the passing game too. So we feel like we can just carry that on.
Before Ballard, you talked about the growth that was needed last week. Well, what steps do you need to take tonight to beat a very good team?
Well, we'll see how diversified our offense gets tonight. It'll be interesting to see. We have a lot of stuff that we haven't done much of. And so we'll see if we get into some of that tonight or not. Defensively, we're going to see a better running attack than we've seen the first 2 weeks for sure. We're going to see a dynamic player in the Harbin kid and some of the other kids that got 8 and 4 and all the other ones. So it's going to be a bigger test for our defense, running game wise. I thought we did pretty well against the pass, although we gave up a lot of yards and we gave up an easy one last week. But hopefully we'll be able to hold pretty tough on the pass tonight.
Defensively, you're boosted by the debut of Mason Mudd, former St. X player, Central Michigan commit. Describe his play. What does he bring?
Well, right now he's still trying to learn the defense. So we've moved him around. I don't think he had any tackles last week. I think he played about half the snaps maybe. And so we played him at end. We played him at nose. We played him at some tackle. And really just trying to get a feel for what he does and where he can help us. So it's an ongoing process. We've only had him for 4 weeks, and he didn't play the Butler week or any of the scrimmages, so it's still very early.
Another season for you, another home debut. What's it like to continue to coach here?
Well, I mean, it's a great atmosphere. It's a great environment, and I was looking at it today. We're four wins away from being number 1 in the nation. So with Valdosta, it's just a fun place to be. It's a legacy type place, and you don't take it for granted. Not everybody's in a position like this, so very thankful to be here.
You scoreboard watch at all?
No, I don't. But somebody was mentioning how close are we to number 1. I knew we were about 4 games, but I hadn't watched Valdosta. They won their first 2, and so we won our first 2. So we're still 4 away.
Good luck. Thank you.
All right, thanks.
Head coach Chris Wolf. Be right back after this.
Buying or selling a new home, and you want to do it with few hassles? Count on Polo Real Estate Group. Founded and owned by 1993 Male High graduate Dion Reese, Polo Real Estate has over 2 decades of experience and offers skillful consultation and representation for your sale or purchase. Polo Real Estate Group, a realtor you can trust.
You cannot depend on Oliver's parallel parking.
Hey, you got it, man!
But you can always depend on his car starting because he has an Interstate battery. Interstate batteries, outrageously dependable.
Come by Interstate Batteries, 1510 Production Road, Jeffersonville.
Jake from State Farm. I would like to formally extend my gratitude for the Russell rate on my insurance.
Do you mean surprisingly great rates from State Farm?
I don't believe in accepting help, but I'll make an exception.
Here's the deal, Russell. There's no special rate. These prices are for everyone.
Consider us square. I made that from memory. I know your face that well.
For surprisingly great rates and great service, call State Farm agent Mike Shelton in Louisville today.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
New recruit, take advantage of our apprenticeship program. Come out of our 4-year course debt-free. With health insurance, a guaranteed pension, a degree, and an electrical license.
3 words I'd use to describe the apprenticeship are opportunity, skillful, educational,
solid career path,
rewarding, beneficial, and a brotherhood.
A life-changing opportunity.
The cost of school is free. All your books are paid for.
You go to school once every 2 weeks. All the other stuff is on-the-job training. The teachers here are great. They're all very, very knowledgeable.
They're preparing you for what you're already seeing in the field.
If you're struggling with something at school, sometimes your fellow students can help you work through that.
Everyone's willing to help each other. It's like a big family.
I love being a part of a union, something bigger than myself. This field is so vast. You can find something that you really love to do because there is so much you can do.
I went from a job to a life-changing career.
Power up your potential with the IBEW.
Blunt Dental Group is a high-quality, family-owned dental practice. We are committed to educating our patients, as well as investing in the latest technology to provide more efficient dental care. Our team of licensed dentists and hygienists includes 2010 male high graduate Tyler Blunt, located in the heart of Linden at 8013 New LaGrange Road, Suite 6. For an appointment, call 502-425-7068 or go online at bluntdentalgroup.com. Blunt Dental Group, straightforward smiles.
You're tuned in to Louisville Football Friday from Glycod.
Chris Labar, Dion Reese, back live, Veterans Memorial Stadium. It is a great place to be, and it is a week 3 of the Kentucky high school football season. Dion, hearing Coach Wolf talk about just how invigorated he is to be back for another season. And he's got a different type of offense, so this is really a fresh experience all the way around.
Yeah, the Bulldogs are used to, throwing the ball a ton. We're used to seeing that from them. They hadn't been doing a bunch of that this year. But on the brighter side, they're looking really good running the ball. Antonio Harris from the quarterback position, as well as Chase Burton and a few other guys on that offense.
So 3 quarterbacks have played this season. Only 2 played last week. Jordan Williams played about 25% of the snaps. But Harris clearly the number 1 right now at that position.
Yeah, and he looked really good back there, too. And so did Williams when they came in. I mean, it's going to be really tough, for a high school defense. You got those guys coming in and out. They bring different looks. So that's going to be a challenge tonight for the offense, for the defense of the Tigers.
Tonight's broadcast is authorized by Male High School with production rights owned by Glycod. Our aim is to provide the most positive representation for all participating student athletes, coaches, and game personnel. Thank you for watching tonight's Keys to the Game presented by Male alum Tyler Blunt of Blunt Dental, providing high quality and comprehensive dentistry with straightforward smiles. Thank you so much to Dr. Blunt for his support of Male Bulldog football and all high school athletics on Glycod. First for Male, what's most important tonight for the Dogs?
I think it's important that they get some pressure on Trimble. He's solid back there at the quarterback position, and you don't want to give him a bunch of time for him to sit back in the pocket and complete passes. So they're going to need to slow down Trimble as well as contain Harbin. He had a really big week last week with a couple of big runs. So I think it's going to be important for them to stop those two in order to slow that offense down some.
And for both teams, really, the positive turnover ratio.
Oh, no doubt about it. Well, St. X hadn't even turned the ball over this year. That's really impressive. I think Male's got 2 or 3 turnovers so far this year. But in a competitive game like this, with these offenses, you just can't allow additional opportunities to score.
For St. X, we'll talk about what's most important for the Tigers tonight. By the way, a nice representation across the far sideline from Tiger Faithful. What stands out on that side of the ball?
For the Tigers, what they're going to have to do is they're going to have to contain that Male high school run game, which is going to really, really be tough because they run with several different guys. They're going wide, they're going up the middle, so that's going to be a big challenge for St. X tonight.
Control the line of scrimmage, very, very important. And their front going to really be tested by a dominant, at times, Male offensive line.
No doubt about it, again, because, Male has so many skilled players. If they're getting a really good push with that offensive line, it's going to be a long night for anyone.
Kevin Wallace was so kind enough to join our Dion Reese just a few moments ago. We'll have that conversation in just a couple of moments. Thanks for watching Week 3. We're live tonight in the clouds. It is clearing. It is going to be a perfect night for high school football. Kevin Wallace on the other side of this pause. And again, thanks for watching us tonight on Glycod.
The news says Gen Z is struggling. I've got news for them.
I wait tables, but last week I built a field hospital.
I put out a forest fire.
I stopped 1,000 attackers.
And a natural disaster.
I've saved lives. And led a team on patrol.
I serve.
Well, I go to school full-time.
While I work full-time.
The greater the challenge, the stronger we become.
UA Local 502 is offering great career opportunities for plumbers, pipe fitters, and HVAC technicians. They're seeking highly skilled and trained workers with or without experience. Incentives include debt-free education, employer-funded benefits, apprenticeship that comes with employment, and high starting wages. If you're ready to accelerate your career or just want a fresh start, UA Local 502 could be for you. Contact them at 502-361-8492. UA Local 502. We do it right the first time.
1965 male graduate and basketball star George Tensley knows the value of providing quality service, and that's what you get when you dine with Tensley Family Concessions. They provide travelers with many fine choices at Louisville Muhammad Ali International Airport. Whether it's Kentucky Fried Chicken, Chili's, or Starbucks, you know your travel experience will be a more comfortable and convenient one. Learn more about our company by visiting the website tfcfamily.com.
Lines Direct, not just blinds. Lines Direct, not just blinds.
Are you an HVAC and refrigeration tech looking for new opportunities? Tech24 is your single source for commercial HVAC, refrigeration, and kitchen equipment maintenance all across the country. We have exciting career opportunities with great pay and benefits in your area. To learn more, contact Brad at 864-549-8344 and check us out on the web at mytech24.com. 864-549-8344.
Founded in 1910 in the Ohio Valley region, German American Bank has been raising the standards in banking and wealth management for over a century. Big enough to provide the conveniences of modern banking, yet small enough to care about the people and communities we serve. Because we believe that when a community thrives, its people prosper. We're lending more than money. We're lending a hand. German American Bank, building our community together.
A lot goes into taking care of your property. You need equipment with more durability, versatility, and #1 rated reliability built in. Like Kubota compact tractors that can do it all right, Z-Series mowers that deliver a quality cut, and the Sidekick utility vehicle built for hard work and fun at 40 miles per hour. Kubota equipment lives up to the highest standards. Yours. Visit your local dealer today.
You're tuned in to Louisville Football Friday from Glycod.
The other, you're going to have a team that doesn't play consistently.
Gotcha. That makes sense to me. So this Male High School offense, I don't have to tell you, is pretty explosive. Is there anything that you could say that is the key to kind of slowing them down tonight?
We have to limit explosive plays. They have such outstanding speed in the backfield. And talent, and obviously if they get to a second level against us, they're going to have a chance to really have big plays, and got to control the line of scrimmage a little bit and try to keep them in a box if we can.
Good deal. One last question. You guys are pretty impressive on offense as well. What are some keys to you guys being successful tonight?
I mean, so far it's been our offensive line. They've got to play well for us to have a chance to do things offensively. Losing Manny Gray's kind of hurt. We're trying to flip some people around offensively and see what we can do. Marlon's got to play a lot more running back than what he's been used to playing. So we'll see how we go.
Research has shown high school sports to be a great community influence. Join scores of local businesses that have partnered with Glycod in sponsoring live, hometown-oriented sports programming on our video and social media platforms. For more information, email info@glycod.com.
Hey, I didn't order any pizza.
Jake from State Farm. After you saved me so much dough on insurance with that Parker promo,
I devised a promo for you.
Here's the deal, Parker. State Farm offers everyone surprisingly great rates.
Right. Pepperoni pockets. Cuckoo Crusties.
There's no promo. It's just great rates.
And a cider ranch.
For surprisingly great rates and great service, call State Farm agent Mike Shelton in Louisville today.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
When you're buying or selling a new home and you want to do it with few hassles, count on Polo Real Estate Group. Founded and owned by 1993 Male High graduate Dion Reese, Polo Real Estate has over 2 decades of experience and offers skillful consultation and representation for your sale or purchase. Polo Real Estate Group, a realtor you can trust. Blunt Dental Group is a high-quality, family-owned dental practice. We are committed to educating our patients, as well as investing in the latest technology to provide more efficient dental care. Our team of licensed dentists and hygienists includes 2010 Male High graduate Tyler Blunt, located in the heart of Linden at 8013 New LaGrange Road, Suite 6. For an appointment, call 502-425-7068 or go online at bluntdentalgroup.com. Blunt Dental Group, straightforward smiles.
Go ahead, pour it on, as thick as you want to. Holy Smokes Barbecue and Catering, serving up the tastiest ribs, chicken, brisket, brown sugar sticky wings, mutton and ham, always served to you fresh and so good, it'll make you say,
Holy smokes!
Holy Smokes Barbecue and Catering, 7508 Preston Highway.
Holy smokes!
You cannot depend on Beth to choose the best meal to go.
Is that soup? No, thank you.
But you can always depend on her car starting because she has an Interstate battery, outrageously dependable.
Come by Interstate Batteries, 1510 Production Road, Jeffersonville.
You're tuned in to Louisville Football Friday from Glycod.
Welcome back to Week 3 on Glycod. Chris LaBar along with former male Bulldog class of 1993, Dion Reese. Let's piggyback a bit off of Coach Wallace's comments. His offense down without Grader. How do they recuperate that offense?
Harbin. You know, Harbin's been he's the backup running back, I guess, or the second guy in line. Again, he had a great week last week, and obviously I'm sure they've been preparing him for what he's up against with this Bell Bulldog defense in tonight's game, and I would expect him to play well.
There are 2 quarterbacks that will play. Tom Andriel is the backup to Trimble. Andriel will see some carries when they get in tight to the goal line. 6'4", 205. He has his place in this offense.
Oh, yeah, he does. Again, I was kind of looking over the stats from last week, and both of those guys have some great size and are both playing really well.
Talk about a few defensive Tigers, and it starts with number 3, Mr. Bush, and talking with Coach Wolf Wednesday afternoon. He spent 10 minutes alone talking about Bush and his impact on the game last year. They'll line him up on the defensive end. He'll play linebacker, and he's quite the high school player.
Yeah, he spoke with me about the same thing. You know, he's the leader over there. He's going to set the tone. And, again, I would expect him to come out and have a great game tonight.
Eric Ekins, 10 tackles off the edge. Brenton Garr. So you look at those positions, and they're close to the line of scrimmage. Fair to say that's the strength of the X defense?
I would say so. And, you know, they've been playing really well. I mean, they haven't – maybe there's a touchdown scored on them this year, if I'm not mistaken. But what I do know is they're going to be up for a challenge tonight with Harris and with Chase on that other side for the male Bulldogs. They're going to have their hands full.
This St. X program, boy, they take a backseat to no one just in terms of everything they've accomplished all time in this series. We'll talk more about this series. It's the 100th year, by the way. These two teams have played one another, but 13-time state champion, and there's just such pride with both these schools.
Oh, yeah. I mean, this is a big game. I actually played against the Tigers on this field back in 1992. I mean, that's 30-plus years ago now, and it was a big deal then. So, and not a thing has changed. Again, I expect a really, really competitive game tonight.
And it's an important game, but as Coach Wolf mentioned in the pregame conversation, the team that's won the regular season game turned out to lose in the postseason each of the last couple of years.
Exactly. It's not common at any level, to be quite honest, for the team that lost in the regular season when the teams are really close to have that mental advantage, you know, when it gets to the playoffs, because they're fired up because they lost, and I think that's what's been happening in the past.
I told you about the series. It's, 100 years now as these two teams. Just remarkable, the history that these programs have with one another. What would you expect in this one tonight, week 3?
A dogfight. no pun intended, but a dogfight. I expect it to be a high-scoring game, not 30s or 40s, but I expect 2-3 touchdowns from each team tonight.
This game, again, starting about 30 minutes late due to weather. Weather has gone through the area, so a lot of the games tonight on Glycott have been impacted, a 30 or so minute delayed start. But we're so glad you joined us. We'll take a look at the coin toss, and then we will get set for live high school football. Great feeling for those student athletes. Antonio Harris out there for the Bulldogs. Spike Souls, two of the captains tonight in their final home opener in their male Bulldogs career.
Yeah, this should be a fun one tonight. Like you said, Souls and Harris out there. Harris is doing a little bit of dancing. He did a lot of that after some touchdowns last week. So looks like his energy's good and he's ready to go.
Ed Don is your official tonight. So male football. Welcome back. Male Bulldogs will receive the football in just a moment. Thanks again for watching Week 3 on Glycott.
You cannot depend on Carl to make peace with his seatbelt, but you can always depend on his car starting because he has an Interstate battery. Interstate batteries, outrageously dependable.
Come by Interstate Batteries, 1510 Production Road, Jeffersonville.
UA Local 502 is offering great career opportunities for plumbers, pipe fitters, and HVAC technicians. They're seeking highly skilled and trained workers with or without experience. Incentives include debt-free education, employer-funded benefits, apprenticeship that comes with employment, and high starting wages. If you're ready to accelerate your career or just want a fresh start, UA Local 502 could be for you. Contact them at 502-361-8492. UA Local 502. We do it right the first time. From Glycott, it's UA Local 502 Louisville Football Friday. UA Local 502, they do it right the first time. Tonight's game is brought to you by Tinsley Family Concessions, commitment to quality. The Army National Guard, where the next greatest generation is now. German American Bank, building our community together. Polo Real Estate Group, a realtor you can trust. IBEW Local 369. Power up your potential. Blunt Dental Group. Straightforward smiles. State Farm Insurance Agent Mike Shelton. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. And Holy Smokes Barbecue. Now to the field for all the action from Glycott on UA Local 502 Louisville Football Friday.
Male football to begin the 100th year that the Bulldogs have taken on their arch rival St. X. These two teams separated by, about 3.5 miles?
Yeah.
Ish.
That. Yeah, right. Yeah, no, this should be a great game tonight. Again, these teams are always competing, whether it be regular season, the playoffs, championship games. There's just a huge storied history between these two schools.
And how the weather has changed about an hour ago, it certainly did not look anything like it does now. Bulldogs will send back Steron Davidson and Tyson Mims to return the kick. St. X will shuttle out senior Logan Zoller. And Zoller's kick hooked. And Davidson will elect to watch it trickle out of bounds. And stellar opening field position for the Bulldogs.
Yeah, they'll be coming out starting at the 20 here. And, they'll have an opportunity to kind of set the pace. Again, this offense has been really explosive in terms of running by the male Bulldogs. So we'll see how they match up against this St. X defense.
Got a penalty to start this game as the ball was hooked out of bounds. So Male will start at the 35, first penalty of the game. So the Bulldogs offense back out, and 4 offensive linemen are returning starters from last year. Spike Souls, the NC State commit, is at left tackle. George Jewell, the only junior of the lot, is left guard. Henry Harding, the center of the right side, returning Right guard Isaiah Johnson. Then the newbie is right tackle Louis Cabral Garcia. Antonio Harris to start. And that's Jordan Williams, I beg your pardon. He's going to hand to Burton around the end, and Chase Burton navigates the near sideline up for about 6 or 8 yards to the 42-yard line.
Yeah, that was about Chase's average last week. Almost looked like there might have been a face mask on the play, but no call.
Burton 34 totes last week in the win versus Ballard, and as Coach Wolf has been so complimentary of his star, he said Chase is a complete back. Be second down and short as the Bulldogs start this one with Jordan Williams taking the first snap. And Williams going to roll right on a bootleg, and he's going to heave it down the far sideline, and running under it, it was Cam Angelini for a catch up at the 38-yard line and a first down.
I like the play call. We got the play action. He fakes it to the running back, spins out to the right, and hits the wide out of the post route there, post corner actually.
Big gain of 19, Angelini's 4th grab of the year, and the Bulldogs 2 consecutive plays. They've marched it just inside the St. X 30-yard line. Chase Burton, the featured back, with Angelini and Colin Jefferson, featured receivers. And there's Burton barreling his way across the 25 down to the 22-yard line, and another healthy chunk for the Dogs.
Definitely another healthy chunk, and looks like they've moved Harris to the quarterback position as well.
So Burton 2 consecutive carries, actually 2 of the first 3. This one goes for 7. Second down to 3. As the Bulldogs on the cusp of the St. X red zone. First drive of the game, 3 straight lengthy plays for the Dogs, 2 on the ground, 1 in the air to Angelini. It's second down and short from the 22 as Harris will hand, that's Shelton Sweeney. And Sweeney with his first grab, going to be close to a first down.
Yeah, it looked like Swoles had drove a guy almost into the end zone there. That offensive line from Mel High School, man, is really powerful and have a lot to do with why this running game is so strong.
It's going to be third down and short. Let's take a look at the St. X sideline. Defense led on the left end by Eric Ekins. Inside is Brennan Garr. Connor Hurley, the other defensive end. The outside backers are Benz and Bush, with Ryan and Pinkston, the inside backers. Pointer, Burnett, Buhner, Dobson, the secondary. It's third down and short. Williams crouching under center in the belly of Burton. Burton bounces, he's got a first, and he'll take it just outside the 12 down to the 10-yard line. Tackle out there by Karsten Bush.
Another solid gain by Chase Burton there. He's really good about being patient, taking his time, waiting for the hole to open up, and then exploding.
Bush already with a couple of stops, but this one not enough. As the first down, as Chase Burton has 3 totes and mail inside the St. X 15. It'll be first down and 10. This Bulldog offense, a very nice beginning as Antonio Harris in the gun awaiting the snap from Harding. And there's a flip to Sweeney, and Sweeney on the collaboration taken back to the 19 and a loss of about 7.
Yeah, it looked like the Tigers might have been prepared for that one, and there really wasn't enough distance in between Harris and the tailback there. And St. X sniffed that out and got mailed Bulldogs down for the loss.
Loss of 7 officially. Second down at 17 on the menu as the Bulldogs off schedule.
Looks like Williams back in at quarterback.
These guys are so different and bring a lot of versatility to that position. Challenging for defensive coordinators as Williams back to launching, and he's going to loft it. There's a flag on the screen pass to Burton, and Burton unevaded down the sideline, but a flag back at the 23-yard line. To a flag, likely it's a hold.
Yeah, nothing burns the coach up more than a holding penalty on a touchdown like that.
There you see Mr. Ed Don So that'll take the score off the board, and now the Bulldogs really off schedule. It was 2nd and 17.
Wow.
So they're back all the way back at the 29. Be second down and 27. There aren't too many play calls in the book for 2nd and 27.
Right. But they got enough. I mean, it is second down. They have enough talent over there. Wouldn't surprise me for them to get a first down here.
Burton adjacent to Williams, who's in the gun with 3 receivers to the near side. And Williams, plenty of time to throw. Back shoulder throw. It's caught by Colin Jefferson, and then apparently incomplete. Looked like Jefferson was going to be able to reel that in.
I thought he was as well. That was a great throw. He put it in a place where only Jefferson could have caught it. So good pass by Williams.
So now it's 3rd down at 27 as we take another look at that throw from Williams. Pass broken up on the corner. That was James Burnett that broke that up.
Yeah, some pretty solid coverage by the Tigers that play.
So now do you play field position from your own 29? Seth Henson, a very accomplished place kicker. But it's 3rd down and lengthy after the Dogs' drive is stalled. And Williams across the middle. Shadow coverage as Harris the intended target. And the Bulldogs now with the decision to make.
Yeah, it looked like Williams just threw the ball away on that play, which is really smart because Harris is covered up there in the corner.
Seth Henson, 3 of 3 career field goals. And here he comes. So this is going to be a 46-yarder. It would be a career long, but it looks like he's in punt formation. He does both kicking and punting, so Chris Wolf electing to play field position. After the initial drive, so impressive on the outset for the Dogs, but the penalty and then another penalty has thrown him off course. And Henson's kick angled over to the right. It'll steer out inside the 10.
Just like Coach Wolf drew it up. Good punt by Henson.
So St. X will have their first drive, and they're going to mark this at the 1. Excellent punt by Mayle's Seth Henson.
Henson is such a great kicker, and you can tell he's been practicing that, and he executed that perfectly.
This St. X offense has been very good earlier this season. 47-point per game average in their first 2 games. Wilson offensive lineman Jeff Artman and Brad Cundiff on the left side. Damari Baker is the center of the right side. Has Tevin Wilson and Jack Barker. Mason Trimble, the 6'1", 190-pound junior quarterback. With Marlon Harbin, he featured back, and he is some kind of talent as X on a quarterback draw to start this game. He's trying to get a little breathing room out across the 5-yard line.
Yeah, that makes sense. I like the play call. Just hike it to the quarterback and let him try to get a few yards, like you said, get a little breathing room, and outside of that, get him outside of that end zone.
Lucas Shelton and Kyle Krupp, the featured receivers. Tight end Miller Cron will get a lot of looks as well, but it's Harbin, 150 rush yards and 3 rushing touchdowns, and he'll get the first call of his night. And Harbin sprung outside, but tackle by that male front.
Yeah, that male front did a great job of just stuffing things up. I mean, there was no daylight, nowhere for Harbin to run that time. Going to bring up about 3rd down and 8.
Male defense coordinated by Chase Porter. Back for another season. His Dogs have an improved front. We'll tell you more about that as this evening unfolds. It's 3rd down and long. And back to throw is Trimble up in the pocket, and it looks like he's a tad short of a first.
Tough run by Trimble, but looks like he's going to be a little bit short. Out comes the punt team.
So Male holds there as just about a couple yards short of a first down.
And dropping back for the Bulldogs, number 1,
Colin Jefferson electric in the open field. He will await the punt from Karsten Bush, the ex-multi-level star, and he will get that off. It looks like it was deflected, and Jefferson's going to let it roll dead at the 33-yard line. That'll go in the books as a 19-yard punt.
Yeah, it looked like the Bulldogs might have got their hands on that one, and Jefferson did a good job of just staying away from it.
So the Mill Bulldogs will possess for the second time, some 6.5 minutes deep between St. X and Mail. Week 3 showdown, perhaps the top high school game in the state this week. Mail number 2 in the 6A poll coming in. St. X at number 3. Number 1 Trinity in action. Their home opener. They're going to take on Center Grove of Indiana. We'll update you on that score as this evening continues. As Harris this time is the quarterback, and here he is, Antonio, springing and down the sideline, and Harris is in for a Bulldog touchdown.
Great play by the Bulldogs. Harris does his touchdown dance there as well. Anytime you let Harris get outside, you're in trouble, because then it turns into a foot race, and you have what you have there, a touchdown.
Gotta love those one-play drives.
Oh, no doubt about it. I would expect to see that play from the Bulldogs several more times this evening.
So Seth Henson on for the point after, and that one's blocked. Keep an eye on that as the St. X front with a block. That'll take us to an early timeout. Mail on top, 7-0. You're watching Week 3 on Glycod.
1965 Mail graduate and basketball star George Tensley knows the value of providing quality service. And that's what you get when you dine with Tensley Family Concessions. They provide travelers with many fine choices at Louisville Muhammad Ali International Airport. Whether it's Kentucky Fried Chicken, Chili's, or Starbucks, you know your travel experience will be a more comfortable and convenient one. Learn more about our company by visiting the website tfcfamily.com.
You're tuned in to Louisville Football Friday from Glycod.
Antonio Harris in for the touchdown rush. As you take another look, he's just so electric. Dion in the open field.
Oh, yeah, he is electric. I mean, again, like I said, if you let him get on that outside, it's a foot race, and I'm not sure this is where you want to be with Antonio Harris these days.
So the Bulldogs on the board, and Seth Henson to kick off. Be fielded by Marlon Harbin as X trying to respond, and Harbin navigates his way up the middle of the field across the 25-yard line.
Henson will normally kick that into the end zone, but the Tigers were able to, Harbin was able to get it at the 1 and actually have a solid return.
It was Luke Vallandingham that had the extra point blocked, so Mail platooning tonight at the kicking position with both Henson and Vallandingham out there. And now St. X for the second time up the hill from what amounts to their 26-yard line. There's an inside handoff. That's Cooper Yates. And the Mail front very stingy and sturdy, forcing second down and long.
Yeah, they had Trimble in the shotgun position with Harbin out there next to him, and elected not to go with him that time. So
this Mail front has really been bolstered. You've got some offensive linemen, including Isaiah Johnson, Spike Souls, that have moved over to the defensive side. That's not customary for Mail, going both ways. And there's a pass in the flat and a near first down as the ball's brought down in heavy congestion by Anthony Barbie.
Yeah, nice grab by Barbie. And like I said, in terms of keys for the Bulldogs, I mean, you don't want to give Trimble a bunch of time back there because that's exactly what he'll do.
So first down, St. X, their first down tonight. Barbie's third grab of the year. And St. X first down at 10 from their 34-yard line. And we're going to have another penalty. So whistled against the Bulldogs. That'll be their second infraction in the early phases. It's a first down at 10, reduced to first down and 5.
Bulldogs a little antsy on defense there. Got started a little early.
Two receivers stacked to the far side and some more movement. Got a timeout. And will be whistled for St. X. We'll be back in 30 seconds. You're watching high school football on Glyca. Now a message from German American Bank.
Founded in 1910 in the Ohio Valley region, German American Bank has been raising the standards in banking and wealth management for over a century. Big enough to provide the conveniences of modern banking, yet small enough to care about the people and communities we serve. Because we believe that when a community thrives, its people prosper. We're lending more than money. We're lending a hand. German American Bank, building our community together.
You're tuned in to Louisville Football Friday from Glycod.
Back live, Veterans Memorial Stadium. Male Bulldogs on the board. A lengthy touchdown rush by Male's Antonio Harris. The subsequent PAT was blocked. Now Male on the defensive end. And St. X first down and a nickel from just outside their 37. And Harbin with a cutback and a shift. And he's got a first as he's angled out at the 43-yard line.
Yeah, that was a great call. I love it. Get the ball in Harbin's hands. He had a big game last week. There wasn't a lot there, but he was able to bounce it to the outside and actually gain the first down on that play.
Harbin possesses all the tools, and he is a freight train in the open field.
Yeah, he looks good out there. Anytime he touches that ball, he's capable of getting to the end zone.
So 2 St. X first downs on this drive, and they'll have it for the first time in Male's side of the field from the X43, same play call. As Harbin, not a lot of real estate, nudged out. Gain of about 3 to the 40-yard line.
Good job by the Bulldog defense not letting Harbin get that outside corner.
Right side of the St. X offensive line, especially with Jack Barker trying to seal the edge. Yet a nice block as well by tight end Miller Cron. So second down and about 8. 8.5 minutes gone by as Trimble trying to set something up, and he's looking down the middle of the field, and Barbie under heavy congestion watches it fall incomplete. There's great coverage out there by that Bulldog secondary.
Yeah, it looked like 21 Beckett Kennedy. He was on him like he was in his back pocket. So, but Trimble actually made a good throw and almost completed that one. But good defense by that Bulldog secondary.
X 0 for 1 tonight on third down. They'll try it again from the Male 41. Third down and long. New formation to the top with trips. As Trimble in an empty heaves it down the middle of the field, and that ball dropped by Krupp, and it would have been an explosive play.
It was actually a great play call, and it looked like Trimble put it right there, and not sure who that is out there.
It was Kyle Krupp.
Kyle Krupp,
the intended target.
Just wasn't able to reel that one in, but a nice play call and a great throw by Trimble.
He's got a little zip, does Trimble, and now X sending on their offense.
Yeah.
So
like
same play call.
Yeah.
Or the same formation anyway on fourth down and 8. I beg your pardon, as they say, and Trimble nudges it down the field, and a downwind's going to coast in for a touchback.
Not bad. I like the call. Wasn't as good as Henson's kick, but I like the call.
So the Male offense for the second time just underway tonight. Male High School, their home opener, as the Bulldogs and St. X than everything we thought the first quarter would be, Coach Dion?
Yeah, for sure, no doubt about it. I mean, it's been a solid game. 6-0. Still early here, and again, I expected a competitive game from these teams.
So the Bulldogs now shuffle back out Antonio Harris at quarterback. Chase Burton, his companion. And Shelton Sweeney back there as well. Sweeney going to be the lead block, and there's Burton, and Burton bounces. And to the near side he comes, and he'll be angled out about the 24-yard line.
Yeah, good job by the Tigers that time, not letting Burton turn that corner. He's such a difficult guy to bring down, but the Tigers do a good job of making a solid tackle that play.
Well, they're following left tackle Spike Souls, and that's certainly not a coincidence on the outside.
Oh, no doubt about it. He's a workhorse. If you're going to run behind somebody, it needs to be Souls.
That's a gain of 5. Did not appear that Burton got that many, but it's up already to the 25-yard line on his 4th carry. So 2nd down and 5 as Burton this time rolls around the right. He'll slither inside, and a 1st down as Burton bouncing and barreling down the sideline. And there goes Chase. He's on the case, and he's out inside the 25.
Another great run by Burton. I mean, again, he is so difficult to get down. It's very rare that the first guy gets him down. Looks like we have a flag on the play.
Boy, that was a 50-yarder, but she's coming back with a hold. As we cut you back to live action, there was a hold on that play.
Yeah, somebody's going to get an earful for that one.
That's one of those explosive plays the Bulldogs have had so many this year. 17 explosive plays, but that was one that took a 50-yard run off the board.
Yeah, and I'm sure a huge portion of those explosive plays were Chase Burton. He was doing that all last week. Again, very patient. He'll find the hole, and then he'll explode. And if you're lucky enough to get your hands on him, it's very difficult to get him on the ground.
So 2nd down and short from about the 26. And this time Harris flips it left, and that was a dead quail that fell incomplete.
Yeah, the Tigers did a good job of pressuring Harris that time. He didn't really get a clean look at the wideout. I think he kind of jumped and threw it, if I'm not mistaken. Not able to get that one to the wideout.
It fell right in front of Urbanek. So 3rd down and 5. And really, I think, an important drive in this game because the Bulldogs have been able to move the ball at will, but they've had some key penalties. Some penalties took them out in the first drive as well.
Yeah, the Tigers have an opportunity, if they can get a stop here, to actually have some good field position.
As Antonio Harris awaits the snap. And a wonderful tackle. That was Eric Ekins. He had a nose in the backfield and a big tackle for loss.
Yeah, Ekins looked like we might have a penalty, maybe some taunting, something after the play.
So Ekins, in all essence, would have given St. X the football as Mail would have been forced to punt 4th and long. And unsportsmanlike on St. X.
Yeah, I don't know what that's about, but that's a huge mistake by the St. X Tigers. They had Mail pinned down and had themselves set for some great field position.
Yeah, 1st down at 10, and they're going to continue to march this. That's a 15-yard penalty, and all 15-yarders have such extreme significance, Dion, but when one comes, when you're about to receive the ball,
yes,
backbreaker.
Yes, especially with that sort of field position in a game like this one. Huge mistake. We can't have that.
So Harris back to work in the gun. As we approach the 2-minute mark in the quarter, there's Chase Burton rambling around the right side, and Burton out with a 1st down right across the 50 down to the 48-yard line. That'll be a gain of 14.
Again, just another solid run by Chase Burton. He's hitting that outside and just tough to bring down. And again, take your hat off to that Mel High School offensive line. It's 4 or 5 yards before anybody gets a hand on him.
There have been so many good backs, great backs, if you will, that have played at Male. But Burton, my only a junior. He is some kind of talent for this Bulldog thriving offense. Here's Burton around the press box side, and he'll fall forward for a couple. And you just wonder, can the X defense over a course of 4 quarters withstand this beating from this O-line?
It's tough. It's tough. Like you said, that Mel High School offensive line is solid, and then you have to deal with Chase Burton, when you finally make contact with him. So it definitely starts to wear on you as the game goes on.
Under a minute now in this rapidly moving first quarter. Be second down and long, Male. As Harris already 1 touchdown tonight. We've got some laundry. That'll be another one against the Bulldogs. Down to the near sideline, you see Male head coach Chris Wolf chatting with his student athletes.
Several penalties in this first quarter. I don't know if guys are just anxious, it's early in the season or what that is, but just quite a few penalties for 1 quarter. Looks like we got Williams back at the quarterback position.
Yeah, they're certainly built different, aren't they?
Right.
As Williams awaits the snap. And he's going to fling it right to Harris, and Harris could not grasp it across the 50.
Yeah, Harris goes from quarterback to wide receiver, runs a nice out. He's open. Williams makes a pretty good throw. Harris just wasn't able to reel that one in.
You look at the score, it's only 6-0, but on the field, Male has really had the upper hand statistically in this first quarter.
They have. They've been able to move the ball pretty well, and St. X has actually struggled a little bit.
Kevin Wallace feel pretty good about where his team is, despite the fact that they have lost the line of scrimmage in this first half. Got a Male 30-second timeout. We will step aside. More coverage on Glycod's High School Football's Week 3. Back after this.
1965 Male graduate and basketball star George Tensley knows the value of providing quality service. And that's what you get when you dine with Tensley Family Concessions. They provide travelers with many fine choices at Louisville Muhammad Ali International Airport. Whether it's Kentucky Fried Chicken, Chili's, or Starbucks, you know your travel experience will be a more comfortable and convenient one. Learn more about our company by visiting the website tfcfamily.com.
You're tuned in to Louisville Football Friday from Glycod.
Chris Labar, Dion Reese, our camera operator, Joe O'Million, Max Gorley also running a camera tonight, our producer, Steve Bird. Welcome back. It's Male leading 6-0, third down and long after the Bulldog timeout. Male will have it from their 46-yard line.
Bulldogs, third down from their own 46-yard line.
Big play for the Bulldogs here.
Perhaps the final offensive play of this first quarter. And Williams will hand off. Here is Burton around the edge, and Burton lunging, lowering his shoulder. He's short of a first down as he falls to the 46. He'll be about 4 yards short of a first down.
I like the play call. They run Harris to the right in motion, get everybody thinking that way and actually hand the ball to Chase Burton headed left. I like the play call. And another solid run by Burton.
And that's going to take us to the end of the quarter. And perhaps the Bulldogs with the decision to make. It's 4th down and 4. We'll be right back. Second quarter on the way. You're watching UA Local 502 Louisville Football Friday from Glycod.
UA Local 502 is offering great career opportunities for plumbers, pipe fitters, and HVAC technicians. They're seeking highly skilled and trained workers with or without experience. Incentives include debt-free education, employer-funded benefits, apprenticeship that comes with employment, and high starting wages. If you're ready to accelerate your career or just want a fresh start, UA Local 502 could be for you. Contact them at 502-361-8492. UA Local 502. We do it right the first time.
Are you a parent battling with raising your child in today's fallen world? You're not alone. The Operation Parent Handbook is your beacon of hope with info and guidance on social media, vaping, anxiety, and more. It's a resource that equips you with the guidance and conversation starters you need in your parenting journey. Use discount code KIDS at checkout to get 10% off any handbook. Visit operationparent.org to reclaim your confidence as a parent. Operation Parent, you've got this.
You're tuned in to Louisville Football Friday from Glycod.
And Mail will send it away as we welcome you back. And that ball captured by the Tigers after a muffed reception.
Looks like we got Andrew Verbantrick on the tackle there to tight end. Got down there and made a solid play on the punt returner.
So the Bulldogs on top 6-0. St. X, couple of first downs in this first half, but thus far Mail has been able to move the ball at will. It's just a couple of untimely penalties that really deflected both drives.
They have, and they're still in a situation to have some good field position. They've got St. X in a hole right now, so they have to climb out of here, and let's see if Trimble can get him out of here.
And Trimble's back to throw. He's going to duck it across, and that ball grabbed at the 27-yard line. Grabbed by Lucas Shelton, his 5th catch of the year.
Yeah, I like the call. You know, Shelton coming over the middle, made a good grab, and again, like I said, they gave Trimble some time, and he was able to deliver the ball where it needed to be.
That'll get St. X a little breathing room as Shelton takes it 2 yards short of a first down. This X offense scored 37 in succession last week after falling behind 7-zip to Central. It's 2nd down and short. And it's going to be 3rd down and short.
Yeah, didn't look like the Bulldogs gave up an inch that time.
I'll tell you, it's very early, but this Mail team has all the looks, certainly at the point of attack on both sides of the ball.
They do. They do. From the line, you know what I mean? The linebackers are playing well. They're doing well in coverage. You know, the offense looks good. You know, they look really good for this portion of the season.
Got some penalties to clean up. Be 3rd down and a couple here as this X offense will leak out Harbin in motion, and Trimble. That was a deceptive play call, and Trimble slides down for a first, and Dion, I think they gave Harbin a first down on that last carry.
They did give him a first, yeah, because that was first down right there, and looked like that was a quarterback draw call by the Tigers, and Trimble actually got a nice gain on that.
He sure did. So 2nd down and about 6. That was a very favorable spot on the preceding play on the handoff, and here's Harbin around the corner, and Harbin back to the initial line of scrimmage after a loss of a few.
Great pursuit by the Bulldogs. Harbin made the first guy miss, but I didn't see who that was that finally got him down, but that second Bulldog was able to get him down for a loss, actually.
Got a penalty out there, and we'll have Mr. Ed Don get to the bottom of it.
Yeah, Tigers just can't really get any momentum. Every time they get a little something, there's a penalty that, you know, puts them right back in the hole.
So 2nd down at 10. So this Mail defensive front. Okay, so 3rd down. Two receivers stacked to the near side. Is Trimble rolling, and Trimble guns it for an incomplete pass. Kyle Krupp, the tight end, the intended target.
Krupp actually ran a solid route and was open. Just Trimble wasn't able to get the ball to him.
Tell you, Trimble has some zip on those passes.
He sure does. Yeah, there was just enough Bulldog pressure to where he couldn't make a clean throw.
Colin Jefferson back to return for the Bulldogs. Second punt of the evening by Karsten Bush. And a high snap, and Bush able to get it out. It's going to propel forward after the deflection and trickle out at the 44. That's going to go in the books as a 16-yard punt, but a wonderful grab by Bush.
Yeah, that was actually not a bad punt after all of that. You know, he almost dropped it, and then they got back there and looked like they may have gotten their hands on it. That was pretty dangerous by that Bulldog who kind of slid to try to get that ball. Sometimes you try to slide on those punts like that, and that ball will squirt right out, and the opposing team will get on it.
Mill started this game with a football, and they'll possess it now for the fourth time. They've certainly won the field position battle in this first half. Another perch inside the X territory at the 39-yard line. And Williams leaving it for Burton, and Burton on the take and twirling just short of the 30, and another sizable chunk on first down.
Yeah, so tough. Anytime, you know, they get their hands around him, if you don't get him low, he's going to continue to pump those legs, and there's a good chance he's going to break that tackle.
Boy, he's something else, and he gets stronger as the game wears on.
He does. He does.
Got a wide open playbook here. Second down and short. Jordan Williams under center. And Williams back to throw. He's looking for Harris, and Harris runs under it for 6.
Wow. Wow. Wow.
And Jordan Williams putting that one right on the money.
Oh, no doubt about it. That was a great throw. He couldn't have thrown it any better.
A delay here to start this replay. We apologize for that. We think it's worth the wait, though, as Williams up under center.
He's going to drop back. Oh, that's the Chase Burton run there.
Oh, excuse us. So the kick is up and in, and Mayo on top, 13-0. We will step aside. More coverage right after this from Glycod.
Not just flies. Line Direct, not just flies.
You're tuned in to Louisville Football Friday from Glycod.
13-0 Mail. Antonio Harris with a pair of touchdowns, one on the ground, the other in the air. Nice reception from Jordan Williams. And it's 13-0 Mail.
It's not often your starting quarterback has 2 touchdown receptions in the first half.
It's a big drive here for St. X. Trying to muster up something offensively. And that ball's going to be scooped up by Harbin, and Harbin right at about the 20-yard line.
Yeah, good coverage by the Bulldogs.
A 16-yard return stop by Christian Bradley.
So back to work for the Tiger offense, again without running back Manny Gray. Gray, their true rushing threat, although Harbin does everything well, but Gray out for about 6 to 8 weeks. So that's really taking your strength, your top receiver, moving him to running back, and that changes what you have outside.
Oh, no doubt about it. And they look good tonight, even with this, even with the players that they have on the field. They're just getting these penalties and putting themselves in a hole.
Trimble back to throw. He's got plenty of daylight, and now he doesn't, to the near side, and Trimble slung to the ground back at the 15-yard line.
Yeah, I'm going to credit that one to the Bulldog secondary because Trimble had a decent amount of time back there, but he just couldn't find any open wideouts.
Second down at 12 as, again, the first half dominated statistically by Male. They've dominated the field position battle. They've moved the ball at will up and down the field. And the Tigers only 2 first downs thus far as they'll begin inside their own 20 after the sack. And Trimble cuts it maybe back to the 20.
Yeah, looks like they were running an option there, but just not much room for Trimble to make anything happen.
They're down at 10. Got Krupp to the near side, also Miller Cron. And an empty formation as Mason Trimble is in the shotgun. On the check down, it's Harbin. He needs the 30, and Harbin just shy as he's wrangled down at the 29. He looks short, but that's not necessarily true evidence, as we've seen that earlier tonight.
That is good for a first down.
Oh, my.
It didn't look like it, but they're moving the change.
So first down.
Nice route, nice grab by Harbin as well. Kid has some nice hands, and he made a great run after the catch.
Take another look at this as Harbin in the open field, and we're going to give him the first. First down at 10, back to live action is Trimble rolling to the far side, and he's going to scoot out apparently for another first down as St. X back-to-back first downs.
That looked like it was looked like they called a draw that time for Trimble, and I didn't realize Trimble got some nice speed as well. He hit that outside corner and picked up a first down.
He's got some nice tools. We've talked about his arm, and this time with his feet. So first down at 10, St. X. This is a very important drive as they try to get back in this game, only trailing 13-zip. And Trimble across his body right in the midst. It's caught by Barbie, and Barbie with a first down to the 40-yard line. That's a gain of about 20.
Anthony Barbie, great route. I mean, great catch. And again, they gave Trimble some time, and he was able to put the ball where it needed to be.
Gain of 21 officially. Barbie with his second grab.
Is that 3 first downs in 3 consecutive plays?
It is, as this Bulldog defense now back on their heels a little bit. And we're going to have a Male timeout, so perhaps Coach Chris Wolf senses it on that sideline. We will step aside. 13-0 Male. St. X on the march. More coverage in just a moment after this.
Are you an HVAC and refrigeration tech looking for new opportunities? Tech24 is your single source for commercial HVAC, refrigeration, and kitchen equipment maintenance all across the country. We have exciting career opportunities with great pay and benefits in your area. To learn more, contact Brad at 864-549-8344 and check us out on the web at mytech24.com. 864-549-8344.
This segment of tonight's game is brought to you by Tech24, a commercial food service repair company. Find out how you can train for a rewarding career and earn top pay and benefits by visiting mytech24.com.
And a huge thank you to MyTech24 for their partnership with Glycod.com. It's 13-0 Male as St. X with a nice response after the most recent Bulldog score. They'll have it from the Bulldog 39-yard line, and Harbin grabbed down and slung down back for a loss of a couple. That's former Tiger Mason Mudd on the stop.
Yeah, Mason Mudd was in the backfield and is like he was on the offense. And again, he was able to get Harbin on the ground and for a loss on that play. That was a big play for the Bulldog defense.
Mudd played a little bit last week, but talking with Coach before the game, Coach Wolf, he feels like Mason's still trying to become indoctrinated with a male system. And it's second down and very lengthy for X from their 40 as Trimble guns it across, and Harbin grabbed and slung down at the 38-yard line. It'll be 3rd down and 7.
Christian Bradley on the stop there. I mean, some good coverage on Harbin and was able to get him down to the ground pretty quickly.
Is this 4-down territory on this drive, Dion?
I would say so. Yeah, no doubt about it.
Again, St. X will start the second half with the football, but they have been dominated on the ground in this first half, trying to get something on the board. 2 receivers stacked top, 2 cockeyed at the bottom as Trimble, 3rd down and 7. Slings it across, and it's caught for a first down at the 34, and that's Barbie again.
Another big catch by Barbie, and again, they gave Trimble some time. Man, he looks good back there slinging that ball right now, too. Offensive line got him plenty of time. Yeah, another great grab by Barbie.
Well, this was the response Kevin Wallace's guys needed.
Oh, no doubt about it. They seem to be getting into a little bit of a rhythm.
Again, starting this drive inside the 20 after a muffed kickoff. And Trimble up in the pocket. He's sneaky there, and he's going to shuffle out inside the 10 down to the 5, and it's 1st down and goal.
Yeah, Trimble, he had some time, but again, good coverage by the Bulldog secondary, but Trimble found an opening and actually ran for another 1st down.
Trimble with a 19-yard gallop, and it's 1st down and goal from inside the 5.
Looks like Trimble's coming out of the game.
Well, again, Tom Andriole is the backup quarterback, if you will, but this is a customary move. He is a very significant goal line type back, 6'4", 205. Scored on the ground last week versus Central.
Yeah, he might be keeping this one.
And Andriole serving his options, and they're not too plentiful.
Yeah, I think the Bulldogs are ready for that one. Yeah, Androli's a big kid. I mean, you let him get a little bit of steam, and he's going to be tough to bring down.
Well, Trimble's back in here as we bring you back to live action. 2nd down and goal from the 3. Coming up at halftime, we'll chat with UA Local 502 partner Jeremy Killebrew. We'll tell you about their outstanding apprenticeship program and all the details for enrolling. A wonderful program. We'll tell you more about that at half. Is Trimble on the bootleg, and Trimble, there's a flag and a hard hit in the end zone. A touchdown, but also a penalty. The flag was thrown before the score. A lot to decipher here as we take another look. The penalty is against Male.
Wow, hold on the defense.
So the score will count as Trimble rifles it in the end zone.
Yeah, there's a good chance that was on one of those defensive backs, because Trimble got to the outside, and the wide receiver, he actually broke out of his route and just started running around trying to get open and was able to.
Logan Zoller, 12 out of 12 on the year from extra points. And Anthony Barbie will apply the hold. Barbie with 2 big catches on that drive, and St. X with a huge response. 13-7 will step aside. More coverage after this timeout from Glycod.
Not just blinds. Blinds Direct, not just blinds.
You're tuned in to Louisville Football Friday from Glycod.
Kyle Krupp with a touchdown, and St. X badly needed that one. 13-7 Male.
That was by far the most productive offensive series for the Tigers. You know, Trumbull, Harbin, Crump. You know, everybody was involved there. Had some diversity. Even brought in the second-string quarterback that time. So let's see if they can come out and play some defense now.
How will Male respond here? Still a lot of meat left on the bone here in this half. One timeout left. Davidson and Mims back to return. Zoller's kick is very short. It's cradled at the 15. Up to the 30, and here comes Steron Davidson, and he's slung down just shy of the 40.
Yeah, he's got some speed. Yeah, that was a great return.
It was a Tyson Mims, I beg your pardon, 17 and not 7. So it's Male football from their 42-yard line.
Nice return and some good field position to start this drive.
And again, the Bulldogs on the field, they've moved it at will, but only up 6 points. And you go back to that extra point after the first touchdown. How large might that loom in the second half?
Extra points are always going to be a huge deal in a game like this. They're going to be competitive and close.
And Harris leaves it with his bell cow, Burton, and Burton double-teamed and slung back for a loss back to the 37.
Yeah, Harris might have been better off just holding on to that one. They got Chase Burton in the background or in the backfield for a loss.
Now, is that one of those plays that maybe in hindsight you select out of when you look at the formation?
I mean, he's held the ball in there so long. I feel like he has the option to keep it if he wants to. And, you know, I could see why you want to always hand it off to Chase, because he's typically going to do something with it positive.
Second down and 13. Bulldogs lead 13-7. And Harris, this time Burton around the corner trying to bounce it outside, and a lot of numbers out there. St. X making some adjustments, and it's third down and long.
They are. Solid performance by the St. X defense on this drive.
So Burton stayed in bounds. The clock continues to run. And what do you do here on third down and 8? And if you don't get it, then you're leaving some time for St. X. This is a big play.
Yeah, you want to take care of the ball. You know, hopefully they can get downfield, but the last thing you want to do is turn it over right here. I would expect the...
Well, St. X is just going to let Male run off some time here, and I think the Bulldogs are going to call timeout right when they have to. There you go.
There you go.
We're going to keep things here as the Bulldogs now void of timeouts. It is their third timeout. And X really let about 25, 30 seconds evaporate off the clock.
They did, yeah. They could have called a timeout themselves. I'm not sure, you know, what their thought process is. I'm sure that Coach Wallace is happy where they are right now, and they could capitalize and get something here. That'd be great. But if they could get into halftime 13-7, they're in a good position.
Coming up at halftime, we'll update the score ticker. Have a recap of the first half, and again, we'll chat with UA Local 502. One of our loyal partners here on Glycod. It's so glad to have them on board, and so glad to have you watching tonight. We've got 5 games across the platform. And thanks again for stopping by. If you get a moment, please feel free to subscribe to our channel and share it.
Looks like we've got Williams back in at the quarterback position. He's done a great job throwing the ball tonight.
Yeah, Williams with a touchdown pass to Harris. The 2 receivers flanked out to our side, one of whom is Cam Angelini. Angelini with an explosive catch earlier in this game. And now Harris lines up in the slot. And Williams on third and long, trying to set up a screen. He'll loft it, and that ball's grabbed to the near side and well short of a first down, up to the 48-yard line. It's Chase that brought it in.
I like the play call, you know, spread everybody out wide.
Have a St. X timeout, I beg your pardon.
Yeah, St. X is going to try to get this ball back and see if they can get some points on the board.
You go back to that third down dilemma with all that time, wasted time off the clock.
For sure. Like I said, St. X could have called a timeout, but still plenty of time here, to be quite honest, with the talent that St. X has on offense.
And you look up, it's only fourth down and about 4. So certainly you wouldn't expect Mail to go for it here in this circumstance, but
I would not.
It's within their realm.
It is, but I see the punter on the field. I think it's probably in their best interest to punt this off, especially the way the defense for St. X is playing right now.
So Mayo will send out Seth Henson and Kyle Krupp out there for X to return the punt, or at least the apparent punt.
Tigers are going to be coming.
They are. And Henson able to get it out. He'll elevate it in a nice punt as Krupp runs under it out at the 25-yard line. 29-yard punt unofficially, but more importantly, positioning St. X at their 25-yard line.
Yeah, St. X had by far, again, their best drive last possession. So it'll be interesting to see how they treat this. They got a minute and 25 to try to get downfield.
With one timeout.
Key here is going to be getting some pressure on Trumbull. Again, if you give him some time, these wideouts are getting open and they're catching the ball.
Had 2 big grabs on the last drive by Anthony Barbie as well. Barbie in motion as Trimble on 1st and 10. And brought down back 28-yard line.
Like you said, only one timeout, so they're in their hurry-up offense right now.
Backed up inside their own 25. 2nd down and long, and Trimble brought down again, and X might just want to take it to the house.
Yeah. Yeah, that's probably the plan.
Spike Souls on the sack. That's a lot of S's, and it's 3rd down and long.
Yeah,
Only
what
a
an
4-man
athlete.
rush.
Yeah, what an athlete to be carrying that responsibility on both sides of the ball. He's a special player. Spike Souls, that is.
And St. X going to let the final seconds yield off the clock. Mail void of timeouts, so St. X will have to snap it one more time, it appears. Again, they will keep the play clock on the field, and St. X will call their last timeout. Always great to come back to Louisville Male High School, one of the finer venues, not only in the city but nationally. Just such great tradition here, and always feels like family when you come back here, Dion.
Oh, this is family. This is family for me. This is home for me. Again, like I said, I was out here playing the St. Xavier Tigers, as a male Bulldog, 32 years ago. So anytime I come back here, it's always special, man. They take really good care of the facility, and the fans are always great. And it's always just a good atmosphere.
And you mentioned the facility next year. This field, this press box, due for one of the upgrades that JCPS has implemented, and such history to this place. But really looking forward to the improvements next year.
Oh, yeah, that'll be really nice. Again, just to kind of add to what they already have here. So,
be 3rd down and long, and St. X, they're going to start this with empty, but I lay you odds that they're super conservative, backed up. As Trimble, well, maybe not, and Trimble's going to chuck it out of bounds. So 8.2, and now you got to snap it deep in your own territory.
Whew. Yeah, Trimble, he held on to that one for quite a while, and I get he's trying to make something happen, and he's enough of an athlete. He was able to avoid those guys and throw the ball away.
So St. X at least going to have to snap it on 4th down, and that male front. Yes, Trimble has had some effective runs, but he has also felt the burden of that pass rush.
For sure.
You got Carson Bush back, and he's already brought down a high snap on a punt earlier.
Yeah, he's going to feel some pressure this time for sure.
Oh my, another high one. And Jefferson. That one's up in the cirrus clouds as Jefferson elects to watch it bounce, and that's going to take us to halftime. So St. X avoids danger, and Male hangs on to a 13-7 lead at halftime. Should be a very interesting second half.
No doubt about it. Great first half, competitive game, and look for a strong finish by both teams.
We'll set up our halftime shot. More coverage when you come back. Thanks for joining us tonight. It's week 3 on Glycod.
UA Local 502 is offering great career opportunities for plumbers, pipe fitters, and HVAC technicians. They're seeking highly skilled and trained workers with or without experience. Incentives include debt-free education, employer-funded benefits, apprenticeship that comes with employment, and high starting wages. If you're ready to accelerate your career or just want a fresh start, UA Local 502 could be for you. Contact them at 502-361-8492. UA Local 502. We do it right the first time. Only your locally owned Cub Cadet dealer has genuine parts, accessories, trained service technicians, and the widest selection of innovative Cub Cadet products. We're here for you whenever you need us, with expert service and support to keep your equipment running at peak performance for years to come. Visit your locally owned power equipment dealer, Anderson Sales and Service in Madison, Crestwood, and our newest location at 1675 Watterson Trail in Louisville.
Go ahead, pour it on, as thick as you want to. Holy Smokes Barbecue and Catering, serving up the tastiest ribs, chicken, brisket, brown sugar sticky wings, mutton and ham, always served to you fresh and so good, it'll make you say,
Holy smokes!
Holy Smokes Barbecue and Catering, 7508 Preston Highway.
Holy smokes!
When you're buying or selling a new home and you want to do it with few hassles, count on Polo Real Estate Group. Founded and owned by 1993 Male High graduate Dion Reese, Polo Real Estate has over 2 decades of experience and offers skillful consultation and representation for your sale or purchase. Polo Real Estate Group, a realtor you can trust.
New recruit, take advantage of our apprenticeship program. Come out of our 4-year course debt-free. With health insurance, a guaranteed pension, a degree, and an electrical license.
3 words I'd use to describe the apprenticeship are opportunity, skillful, educational,
solid career path,
rewarding, beneficial, and a brotherhood.
A life-changing opportunity.
The cost of school is free. All your books are paid for.
You go to school once every 2 weeks. All the other stuff is on-the-job training.
The teachers here are great. They're all very, very knowledgeable.
They're preparing you for what you're already seeing in the field.
If you're struggling with something at school, sometimes your fellow students can help you work through that.
Everyone's willing to help each other. It's like a big family.
I love being a part of a union, something bigger than myself.
This field is so vast. You can find something that you really love to do because there is so much you can do with it.
I went from a job to a life-changing career.
Power up your potential with the IBEW.
1965 male graduate and basketball star George Tinsley knows the value of providing quality service. And that's what you get when you dine with Tinsley Family Concessions. They provide travelers with many fine choices at Louisville Muhammad Ali International Airport. Whether it's Kentucky Fried Chicken, Chili's, or Starbucks, you know your travel experience will be a more comfortable and convenient one. Learn more about our company by visiting the website tfcfamily.com.
Tonight's halftime report is brought to you by Tinsley Family Concessions, a tradition of corporate excellence and community service. For more, visit tfcfamily.com.
Chris Labar, Dion Reese back live. Louisville Male High School 13-7 Male at the half, and a big St. X score late in the second quarter.
And they needed that too. They needed that. You know, the Bulldogs have been playing really well. St. X also, but they've gotten themselves in trouble with a few big penalties to kind of pin themselves in a hole. But I would say that Coach Wallace is happy where they are, based off what he saw out of his offense in the first half.
And you go back to the first drive, Dion, and for Mill, they march all the way down the field. They get it inside the 20, then 2 penalties back them up, and that's really been the theme in the first half for them.
It has been, and even the St. X Tigers as well. I mean, every time they would get some momentum, they get a couple of penalties and, pull them right back into a hole. I mean, I think the Bulldogs have had at least 1 touchdown called back, for a penalty, if not 2. So I'm sure the coaches will be in their ear, at halftime. They'll need to clean that up in the second half.
Got a lot to get to at half. We'll chat up next with UA Local 502's Jeremy Killebrew. He'll tell you about their great apprenticeship program, and then a little bit later we will have your first half scoring summary. Again, halftime, Male 13, St. X 7. You're watching Week 3 on Glycod, and we'll be right back.
1965 male graduate and basketball star George Tensley knows the value of providing quality service, and that's what you get when you dine with Tensley Family Concessions. They provide travelers with many fine choices at Louisville Muhammad Ali International Airport. Whether it's Kentucky Fried Chicken, Chili's, or Starbucks, you know your travel experience will be a more comfortable and convenient one. Learn more about our company by visiting the website tfcfamily.com.
Founded in 1910 in the Ohio Valley region, German American Bank has been raising the standards in banking and wealth management for over a century. Big enough to provide the conveniences of modern banking, yet small enough to care about the people and communities we serve. Because we believe that when a community thrives, its people prosper. We're lending more than money. We're lending a hand. German American Bank, building our community together.
Jake from State Farm. I would like to formally extend my gratitude for the Russell rate on my insurance.
Do you mean surprisingly great rates from State Farm?
I don't believe in accepting help, but I'll make an exception.
Here's the deal, Russell. There's no special rate. These prices are for everyone.
Consider us square. I made that from memory. I know your face that well.
For surprisingly great rates and great service, call State Farm agent Mike Shelton in Louisville today.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Are you an HVAC and refrigeration tech looking for new opportunities? Tech24 is your single source for commercial HVAC, refrigeration, and kitchen equipment maintenance all across the country. We have exciting career opportunities with great pay and benefits in your area. To learn more, contact Brad at 864-549-8344 and check us out on the web at mytech24.com. 864-549-8344.
When you're buying or selling a new home and you want to do it with few hassles, count on Polo Real Estate Group. Founded and owned by 1993 Male High graduate Dion Reese, Polo Real Estate has over 2 decades of experience and offers skillful consultation and representation for your sale or purchase. Polo Real Estate Group, a realtor you can trust.
UA Local 502 is offering great career opportunities for plumbers, pipe fitters, and HVAC technicians. They're seeking highly skilled and trained workers with or without experience. Incentives include debt-free education, employer-funded benefits, apprenticeship that comes with employment, and high starting wages. If you're ready to accelerate your career or just want a fresh start, UA Local 502 could be for you. Contact them at 502-361-8492. UA Local 502. We do it right the first time.
Research has shown high school sports to be a great community influence. Join scores of local businesses that have partnered with Glycod in sponsoring live, hometown-oriented sports programming on our video and social media platforms. For more information, email info@glycod.com.
You're tuned in to Louisville Football Friday from Glycod.
Back live, Louisville Male High School 13-7. Been a great first half. St. X trailing the Male Bulldogs. I'm Chris LeBar. Welcome back. Jeremy Killebrew is to my left. UA Local 502. Great first half.
Wonderful first half, yes.
Let's talk a bit about your great programs, Jeremy, and what you guys have offering. And I know an important timeline right now.
Yes, absolutely. Our application window is open right now. It opens September 1st, and it runs through December 31st. You can put your application in at lu502.com.
Earn while you learn.
Yes.
And just
right.
Talk about all the pieces to the puzzle and everything that you guys are offering.
Okay, yes. So it is an earn while you learn program. We start our apprentices out as first-year apprentices at $23.13 an hour, and that includes full employer-funded benefits. That's health insurance for the apprentice and all their dependents, and employer contributions for the pension retirement plan also.
The benefits have to be so attractive. I mean, I can only imagine what that's like as a starting out.
Yeah, it's second to none. We also, place each apprentice that gets accepted to our program with one of our contractors. So they work during the day for one of our contractors, and then they come to school 2 nights a week for 5 years.
What led you to this career path, just off the cuff?
It was actually my grandfather. Yeah, it was a family thing. He was a lifelong tradesman, and guided me in this direction with a strong but sure hand, and it's been wonderful. I've been able to provide for my family and provide everybody a great living and a wonderful life. Yeah.
What's it like for you when you sit down with a young person and maybe they're not sure of what they want to do with their life and the difference that you can make?
Well, that is part of our job as being coordinators for the apprenticeship program. We try to explain to these young people that this isn't just a job, it's a lifelong career. It's something that you can move all over the country, or you can stay right here in the Louisville area and work your whole life and sleep in your own bed every night. But if you want to get out and see the world and see the country, you have a trade, a skilled trade in your back pocket that'll last you a lifetime.
You picked a great game to come to. What do you think? What do you think of the first half?
Oh, it's been a great first half. It's very competitive, back and forth. Good defensive game. I'm a defensive kind of guy. I like good defense games, and it's been a great game. Great game.
Thank you for your partnership. We appreciate you so much. Again, it's lu502.com, and the window is open for a while, correct?
Yes, December 31st. Everything's done online. We will reach out to every applicant that we reach out via email. So the email that you submit at the application is what we'll be reaching to you through, and we'll set you up with a test time and date. After you finish the test, we will schedule you for an interview. So you want to brush your skills up on the Work Keys exam. There's a ton of practice exams online. And the interview is very important also. So make sure that you're sharp with your interviewing skills and knock both things out of the park. Give yourself the best chance possible to get into our program.
lu502.com. Again, Jeremy, thanks so much for joining us.
Yeah, thank you, Chris.
We'll be back. Look at your scoring summary in just a moment from Glycom.
Pour it on as thick as you want to. Holy Smokes Barbecue and Catering. Serving up the tastiest ribs, chicken, brisket, brown sugar sticky wings, mutton and ham. Always served to you fresh and so good, it'll make you say,
Holy smokes!
Holy Smokes Barbecue and Catering, 7508 Preston Highway.
Holy smokes!
Blunt Dental Group is a high-quality, family-owned dental practice. We are committed to educating our patients, as well as investing in the latest technology to provide more efficient dental care. Our team of licensed dentists and hygienists includes 2010 Male High graduate Tyler Blunt, located in the heart of Linden at 8013 New LaGrange Road, Suite 6. For an appointment, call 502-425-7068 or go online at bluntdentalgroup.com. Blunt Dental Group, straightforward smiles.
New recruit, take advantage of our apprenticeship program. Come out of our 4-year course debt-free. With health insurance, a guaranteed pension, a degree, and an electrical license.
3 words I'd use to describe the apprenticeship are opportunity, skillful, educational,
solid career path,
rewarding, beneficial, and a brotherhood.
A life-changing opportunity.
The cost of school is free. All your books are paid for.
You go to school once every 2 weeks. All the other stuff is on-the-job training.
The teachers here are great. They're all very, very knowledgeable.
They're preparing you for what you're already seeing in the field.
If you're struggling with something in school, sometimes your fellow students can help you work through that.
Everyone's willing to help each other. It's like a big family.
I love being a part of a union, something bigger than myself.
This field is so vast. You can find something that you really love to do because there is so much you can do with it.
I went from a job to a life-changing career.
Power up your potential with the IBEW.
Are you a parent battling with raising your child in today's fallen world? You're not alone. The Operation Parent Handbook is your beacon of hope with info and guidance on social media, vaping, anxiety, and more. It's a resource that equips you with the guidance and conversation starters you need in your parenting journey. Use discount code KIDS at checkout to get 10% off any handbook. Visit operationparent.org to reclaim your confidence as a parent. Operation Parent, you've got this.
Founded in 1910 in the Ohio Valley region, German American Bank has been raising the standards in banking and wealth management for over a century. Big enough to provide the conveniences of modern banking, yet small enough to care about the people and communities we serve. Because we believe that when a community thrives, its people prosper. We're lending more than money. We're lending a hand. German American Bank, building our community together.
You're tuned in to Louisville Football Friday from Glycod.
Chris Labar, Deion Reese back live at Louisville Male High School. Still halftime. Bulldogs on top of St. X 13-7, and St. X will possess the football, start the second half, and interesting to see what both teams do with adjustments.
Yeah, that will be interesting. I mean, obviously we got, two great coaches, some really talented teams, and a lot of close games like this are determined by who comes out, in the second half and kind of builds that momentum. So we'll see about who's able to do that here in the next 2-3 minutes.
And Mason Trimble has done a fine job for St. X, both through the air and some deceptive runs on the ground.
He has. I mean, he's a solid quarterback, and again, if you give him too much time back there, he's either going to hit the open receiver or find the gap and get to it.
Look at Male, certainly Chase Burton been very problematic for St. X defense. Shelton Sweeney does have a couple of carries, but it's Antonio Harris with the 2 touchdowns tonight.
Yeah. Antonio Harris actually ran the first one in the first quarter, and then he was the recipient of a beautiful pass from Williams at the quarterback position. Harris was playing wide out for that second touchdown. So really solid start for Harris, and he's going to be a big key to the offense for Male High School in this second half.
Take one more break. Be back for live football second half on the way. It's Male and St. X for the 100th time. More coverage in just a moment from Glycod.
Buying or selling a new home, and you want to do it with few hassles? Count on Polo Real Estate Group. Founded and owned by 1993 Male High graduate Deion Reese, Polo Real Estate has over 2 decades of experience and offers skillful consultation and representation for your sale or purchase. Polo Real Estate Group, a realtor you can trust.
A lot goes into taking care of your property. You need equipment with more durability, versatility, and #1 rated reliability built in. Like Kubota compact tractors that can do it all right, Z-Series mowers that deliver a quality cut, and the Sidekick utility vehicle built for hard work and fun at 40 miles per hour. Kubota equipment lives up to the highest standards. Yours. Visit your local dealer today.
You're tuned in to Louisville Football Friday from Glycod.
Chris Labar and former Male Bulldog class of 93, Deion Reese. Welcome you back. Veterans Memorial Stadium at St. X and Male. Second half moments from getting started. And this Tiger offense will have it. Start quarter number 3.
Yeah, the 100th meeting of the Male Bulldogs and the St. Xavier Tigers, and it looks like this one is working out to be another great game.
Got Krupp and Harbin back for St. X. Seth Henson to kick it away for the Bulldogs. And off we go to start half two. And just inside the end zone for a touchback.
I was just about to say, Henson typically gets that ball to the end zone, and he was able to get it back there this time. So really strong leg by Henson.
Well, that is a huge weapon for this male team. As we take a look at the male faithful on the near sideline. Another great crowd here, as one would expect, for Male and St. X. So the Tigers offense back in tow. Mason Trimble, junior quarterback. Kyle Krupp with the lone touchdown for St. X in this game. That was about a 12-yard touchdown reception late in the first half. So Trimble on a handoff and a loss back to about the 16-yard line. It's Marlon Harbin that was grasped for a loss.
Yeah, there was no room there at all. As soon as Harbin grabbed the ball, a Bulldog had him in his arms and got him to the ground pretty quickly for a loss.
Really, like Cornelius Williams, excuse me.
No, I'm sorry. Yeah, I would say really important that the Tigers can get some momentum. They're back down here in the hole with, second and long.
Williams, senior defensive end. That's a defensive front that will play 7 or 8. And Trimble back to throw. He's going to flip it forward. That's Barbie, and Barbie perhaps back to the initial line of scrimmage, forcing third down and long.
If he's lucky. Those Bulldogs looked like they were everywhere. Looked like they might have had 14 people on the defense that time. But yeah, just really some good pressure on Trimble, and we're right there to make the tackle on the wideout as well.
Now, down and distance has not been favorable tonight to St. X. They have consistently been behind the sticks, with the exception of the scoring drive. One receiver each side on third down and 11. As Trimble back to throw, he's going to heave it down, and that ball, Lucas Shelton catches it down at the 38-yard line, and a gain of 42 yards.
Yeah, Shelton runs a post route, and there was actually some great coverage by the Bulldogs, but Trimble made a great throw and just a great catch and finish by the Tigers.
And what a huge pickup on third down and long, and that was good coverage out there on the corner by Davidson.
Shelton's had a solid game. That's about the third or fourth big catch he's had. And exactly what the Tigers needed to try to build some momentum.
Line of scrimmage at the Bulldog 37-yard line. It's Tom Andriole back at quarterback as Andriole rolling. I beg your pardon, that's still Trimble, and Trimble down, and that is going to be in for a touchdown. It's Kyle Krupp.
Kyle Krupp. Great route by Kyle Krupp. I don't know what the defensive back for the male Bulldog was thinking, but Kyle Krupp was every bit of 5-6 yards behind him, and Trimble made a great throw.
So Trimble, 2 touchdowns in this game. We're tied at 13.
Yeah, there were 2 Bulldog defenders back there, but Krupp was behind both of them. Some sort of miscommunication there for sure.
Zoller 13 of 13 on the year on extra points. And this one up and through, and St. X with 14 consecutive. They lead 14-13. We'll be back after this 30-second timeout from Glycod.
Are you an HVAC and refrigeration tech looking for new opportunities? Tech24 is your single source for commercial HVAC, refrigeration, and kitchen equipment maintenance all across the country. We have exciting career opportunities with great pay and benefits in your area. To learn more, contact Brad at 864-549-8344 and check us out on the web at mytech24.com. 864-549-8344.
This segment of tonight's game is brought to you by Tech24, a commercial food service repair company. Find out how you can train for a rewarding career and earn top pay and benefits by visiting mytech24.com.
Kyle Krupp, his second touchdown of the evening, and St. X with a 1-point lead.
Yeah, the Tigers actually have a little momentum here. It'll be important for the Bulldogs to come out and have a strong drive themselves if they want to stay in this game.
Take another look as Trimble, very accurate this time outside the pocket.
That's a tough throw. Trimble put it right there on the money, too. Good play by that young man.
So Male jumps out to a 13-zip lead, and then St. X scores on consecutive possessions. Here's Burton to the near side, and Burton cutting about the 22-yard line. Got a penalty on the play.
Yeah, not much running room for Burton that time. One of the rare times he didn't gain much yardage.
These referees have been quite busy tonight. There have been nearly a double-digit penalties in this game.
There have. They started off that way and hadn't slowed down a bit.
Well, that's going to aid the Bulldog cause. Add 15 to the tally, and Male be first down at 10 in the vicinity of the 35-yard line.
I believe that's the second one of those tonight in roughly the same field position. Yeah, big mistake by the Tigers there.
Up at the 37-yard line as Male trying to do something here. The first drive of the third quarter. And here's Burton zooming around the far side. It takes a couple of Tigers to bring Chase down as he'll nestle the 40 after a 3-yard pickup.
Yeah, actually a nice defensive play by the Tigers that time. You know, when you get Chase Burton down for 3, that's a win.
Well, he is so important to this Bulldog offense and what he does. The stress that he puts on defenses is Burton just wears defenses down, and that perhaps is Male's strategy tonight. Near the 40-yard line on 2nd down and 7. And Burton again, and he's knifed down for a loss back at the 36-yard line.
Nice play. That's Luca Benz. I mean, he's in the backfield, and again, it's tough to bring Chase Burton down. He was able to wrap him up and get him down pretty quickly.
And now you've got an interesting play call here as we take a look. Be 3rd down and long.
Yeah, the Bulldogs seem a little out of sync here, and that St. X defense is looking pretty good right now. Those guys have some energy, and they're doing a good job up front as well.
Ball on the near hash mark. And Harris the lefty, he's going to twirl it down to Sweeney, and Sweeney could not hang on.
Yeah, tough catch there. Tough catch to make there. He wasn't able to reel that one in, but I like the play call.
Love the route by Sweeney, and Harris deceptive with that lefty motion.
Again, they've got so many weapons. You never know where they're going to go, and they chose Sweeney this time, just weren't able to connect with him. Fake it to Burton.
Fourth down and long, Luke Vallandingham on to punt. Luke with an extra point blocked earlier in this game after the first Male score. And certainly that looms large here as Male on an odd point, trailing by 1. Nice snap, and Vallandingham with a booming kip, and Krupp runs under it, and Krupp navigates the near sideline before he twirls out of bounds.
Yeah, that was almost a dangerous catch to make on the punt return by Krupp. Had a Male High School defender headed right to him, but he was able to dodge him and actually pick up a couple yards on that play.
First down and 10, St. X. Both teams 2-0 coming in. Polls certainly don't mean anything in week 3, but the Bulldogs right now rank second with St. X number 3 behind number 1 Trinity.
Yeah, both teams are 2-0, blowout wins to start the season. But, this is one of those games that'll really let you know where you stand.
Well, and really for both teams, the meat of the schedule right now, the entryway for both these teams. And Trimble under duress and dropped.
Great job by the Bulldogs that time, getting some pressure on Trimble.
That's your boy Spike around the corner. Spike Souls. Or was that up the gut?
I think that was Souls, yeah, the NC State commit.
That was right up the middle.
He's as tenacious on defense as he is on offense.
Second down, 13. And Trimble back to throw. It's a wheel route, and down the hill is Harlan.
Foot race.
And Harbin all the way in for a touchdown. Marlon Harbin in for 6.
Yeah, super simple play, very well executed. Again, you got a St. Xavier player back behind everybody on the Male High School defense. That shouldn't happen.
Take a look at X going to the line of scrimmage as they make this play call, and Harbin just to the right of Trimble coming out of the backfield. And all the way down is St. X with 20 straight points.
Another big play by Harbin. He's having a solid season.
And the kick is up and in, and the Tigers take the lead. 21-13. We'll step aside. More coverage in just a moment from Glycod.
Buying or selling a new home, and you want to do it with few hassles? Count on Polo Real Estate Group. Founded and owned by 1993 Male High graduate Dion Reese, Polo Real Estate has over 2 decades of experience and offers skillful consultation and representation for your sale or purchase. Polo Real Estate Group, a realtor you can trust.
A lot goes into taking care of your property. You need equipment with more durability, versatility, and #1 rated reliability built in. Like Kubota compact tractors that can do it all right. Z-Series mowers that deliver a quality cut. And the Sidekick utility vehicle built for hard work and fun at 40 miles per hour. Kubota equipment.
And back live to live action on the ensuing kickoff, and Mail taking it across the 50 down to the 48-yard line. So St. X with another score. They've
Steron Davidson, yeah, that was a great return by him. He's got a ton of speed.
Davidson on the cusp of a touchdown last week against Ballard, just brought down deep inside scoring territory, but we have a penalty as well here. Well, that's going to take that lengthy return off the board.
Yeah, both of these teams are really, really doing themselves a disservice with these penalties. And they seem to come on some of the biggest plays and at the most inopportune moments. This is a huge field position change here.
Line of scrimmage earmarked back at the 15. And to Dion's point, penalties have been devastating at times to Mail tonight. Harris calling his own number. Nice block on the inside, and Harris down the hill, and he'll scoot out near the 20 and close to a first down.
Yeah, nice run by Harris, and he picked up a great block by Chase Burton on the outside that allowed him to be able to turn that corner.
You might see Harris behind center a little more in this half. He brings a little different speed to the offense.
Oh, for sure, for sure. And again, like I said, when he gets on that outside, it's he can be tough to catch up with.
Harris with 2 touchdowns for Mail. Kyle Krupp with a pair for St. X. Jordan Williams feeding Burton is a penalty as Burton dragging tacklers for a first down pending the flag.
Holding on the Bulldogs.
That's going to take a first down off the board.
Yeah, the Bulldogs are having some of the similar struggles that St. X was having earlier today. You know, finally make a big play and, you know, gets reversed by a penalty. That's the second time on this drive that's happened.
Second down and 13. And it was starting field position that was really detrimental to St. X in the first half. Well, the script is flipped in half two. Now Male backed up inside their 10. And it's second down and long, nearly halfway through this third quarter. Male open with a 13-zip lead, and X scored 3 straight touchdowns. Out in the flat, that's Harris, and Harris trying to escape, and he will, as Antonio Harris kniving his way up just shy of the 25-yard line.
What a tough run. I mean, he's moving the change as well. Yeah, that was just a gutsy run by Harris that time, refusing to go down to the ground.
So first down Bulldogs, as Harris needed 13, and they're going to round up tonight, that crew. Be first down and 10. And that was a big first down for the Bulldogs. Backed up, now they'll take it to their 24-yard line. Jordan Williams feeding Burton, and Burton around the horn, and Burton back inside. This will take it for a first down near the 45-yard line.
There's that Burton-Harris 1-2 punch. 2 plays, 2 first downs for the Bulldogs, the momentum that they're needing to get back in this game.
Talking with Chris before the game, Coach Wolf talking about he feels like the passing game is going to come along, but right now this is certainly a run-oriented offense.
For sure. Even though they've had a couple of bright spots at in the passing game tonight as well. Williams has thrown the ball pretty well tonight.
He sure has, with Harris running under one for a touchdown, and Harris this time flips it out to Sweeney, and Sweeney loss of about 5 yards back to the 40-yard line.
I like the play call, but that was a great tackle by
it's Adam Buhner, like.
Adam Buhner, yeah. No, that was a great tackle. Got him down and for a loss. And, again, just kind of killing some of that Bulldog momentum they had built up.
Buhner overtaking Jamari Carroll at one of the safety positions, and that was a big tackle for a loss there. Take about 3 off the ledger. He's second down and 13 from the Male Bulldog 39-yard line. 7.5 minutes deep in this second half, and Williams trying to set up something, and it's incomplete. Looked like a low pass to Harris.
Yeah, that was to Harris.
So third down, and a big third down coming up for Male.
Yeah, I like the play call. He just wasn't able to reel that one in.
It was intended for Cam Angelina. I beg your pardon. So third down and long.
Big play for the Bulldogs.
Male sideline a little bit subdued here as they look on. Third down at 13. Harris rolling, and he's going to float it well shy. That was Colin Jefferson that tried to come back and reel it in, and now you're looking, Dion, at fourth down and 13.
Yeah, they'll be punting this one off. And, again, you got to take your hat off to the St. Xavier defense. They had some pressure on the quarterback there, and the defensive backs were playing really good defense on the wideouts as well.
Luke Vallandigham on to punt again. He has had some success tonight in the kicking game. Kyle Krupp back to return for St. X. He is at his 29-yard line. As Male's drive stalls here at their 39-yard line.
Looks like some movement on the Bulldogs up front early.
Pre-snap flag, false start, male.
About 4th down and 18. As Vallandigham now at his 25, and Krupp scoots 5 yards up the field, so now he's at about his 34-yard line awaiting the punt. And Vallandingham's fluttering short punt to the right, but it takes a favorable male bounce and rolls all the way down to the 30-yard line.
Very favorable bounce. Mel needed that.
Be a 36-yard punt, and off the foot, it looked like about half that.
Right. He got a really good bounce on that one. Really important that the Bulldogs come out here and get a stop on this drive.
Now, this has been a clean game, at least from a turnover standpoint. We talked pregame about both teams needed a positive turnover ratio, and we have not seen a giveaway thus far.
Yeah, no giveaways at this point.
1st down and 10 as Trimble, he's had quite the game tonight at quarterback, and Harbin gang tackled and slung down for a loss of a couple.
You know, we talked about that running game kind of wearing down the defense. It almost looks like these defenses are heating up, and it's becoming more difficult for either team to run the ball.
Well, and both teams tonight anyway feature a run-heavy back. There's not a lot of balance in terms of a running game by committee. 2nd down and 10. 3.5 in the third as Trimble tries to set something up, and he's got a target and cannot complete it as the receiver at the 25-yard line could not run under it. And that was Barbie.
Yeah, that is about the 4th or 5th time, St. Xavier has been able to get back behind the entire male defense. You just can't have that. I'm not sure what the mistake is and who's not in the right place, but that's happening way too often here in this second half.
3rd down and long, as that one just out of the reach of Anthony Barbie. Clock idle at 3:25. And Chase Porter trying to dial up a defensive stop here for the Dogs as Trimble on 3rd and 10 zings it across, and a great catch by Shelton, and Shelton into Bulldog territory out inside the 10-yard line.
Very well executed play by the St. X Tigers catch, and just a great run.
57-yard.
Is that Cal Krupp again?
57-yard gain. That was Shelton on the catch and run, and it looked like the male defensive player took a really poor angle there to free up Shelton.
I think that was Harris, if I'm not mistaken. And
the 1st down and goal from the 10. As St. X by 8, and it's been a tale of 2 halves thus far.
Really smart for the Tigers to go after Harris on defense. He's playing a lot of minutes out there tonight.
Kind of stack formation to the near side. Harbin runs to the opposite, and he'll lunge across the 6-yard line up to about the 5.
Very Chase Burton-esque that time, even though that was Harbin. Made the first guy miss and lunged for a pretty solid gain there.
It's a 2nd down goal from the 6, and certainly the Bulldogs absolutely need a stop here.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, this is a big defensive stand for the Bulldogs.
Ball on the far hash mark here. And play action as Trimble rolling to the right, looking for assistance. Dives, touchdown.
Touchdown, Trimble. Yeah, he rolled out right. He was looking for a wide out, but again, they were all covered, but he is so good when he tucks that ball and runs it.
He's having some kind of night, Mason Trimble. And this just a wonderful decision to cut back in St. X 27 consecutive points.
Yeah, this St. Xavier offense has been on a tear, and so is the defense. The defense has really stepped it up.
Logan Zoller on for the point after another high snap, and this one blocked. And Zoller going to watch Harbin slung to the ground, so we'll keep it at 27-13. We'll also keep things right here in this Male offense with a critical drive coming up.
This is a critical drive. I mean, more than anything, if they could just stop the penalties, they seem to get some momentum, and, somebody makes a, gets a penalty and puts them right back in a hole. So this is a huge, huge drive for the Bulldogs. They really need to get some points on the board.
Just a great decision by Trimble.
Excellent decision. He's got some speed, and he's tough to bring down himself.
That's one of the differences, I think, tonight in this game is the balance of offenses. St. X has done it through the air consistently, and they've also had some really nice runs.
Oh, they've had a great balance, some great play calling by that offensive coordinator for the Tigers. And the guys are executing.
14 and a half minutes left. Male down 2 scores, trying to get back in it. It's Davidson and Steron Davidson across the 25-yard line.
Looks like he might have lost his footing some there.
Now, what's the challenge for Male as they try to muster some positivity on this drive?
Obviously take care of the ball. They haven't turned it over tonight. But, just watch the penalties. I mean, they have enough weapons on this offense that they should be able to drive down the field.
From their own 22, Chase Burton and Shelton Sweeney both out there for Male. And Antonio Harris, quarterback in the shotgun. And Harris trying to get outside, and he will as Harris loose at the 40 and ducks out at the 43, and that's a gain of 20.
Yeah, so dangerous when Harris gets on that outside. Again, like I said, if he turns that corner on you, then it's a foot race, and he's got some speed, so I don't think you want that.
Keep an eye out here on the edge. It looked like Male perhaps could have been called. And a push there on 23 on White, but no whistle, and it will be a big first down for the Bulldogs.
Yeah, it did appear to be a slight push in the back there that we didn't get a call on.
That was cornerback Rocco Pointer that perhaps was nudged. First down and 10 Male from their 43-yard line. Jordan Williams under center nudges it forward. Verbanek barreling his way, and Verbanek out at the 48-yard line.
Nice simple route. Verbanek gets out in the flat, gets open, and Williams gets him the ball and is able to gain about 7 yards on that play.
Verbanek's second grab this season. That's a gain of about 8 yards. So Male now a couple of quick plays, moving the ball inside St. X territory.
Bulldogs got a little bit of momentum going here. Let's see if they can keep it up.
As Harris is in the shotgun. And this is vintage Burton time, and he is slung to the ground. That's Karsten Bush blowing it up.
Karsten Bush definitely blew that one up. He was in the backfield. So, and again, kudos to him. It's just tough to get Chase Burton on the ground, and he was able to do it successfully that time.
So 3rd down and 4. The Ledger back on Male's side of the field at their 49-yard line. Waning moments of this third quarter. And I think undoubtedly this is 4-down territory for the Bulldogs.
Oh, yeah. Tigers have done a great job on Burton this half.
And there is some movement. The movement was by the officials citing delay of game.
Yeah, sloppy play tonight. A lot of it on offense tonight for the Male Bulldogs. Just really a lot of uncharacteristic penalties for these guys.
It's 3rd down and 9 now with Just over 34 seconds left in the third. We'll see if that impacts the play selection here. As Harris around the edge, needing 9, and good defense by the St. X linebacking core.
Great pursuit. You see Harris trying to get to that edge and, again, get back in another one of those foot races and just wasn't able to get that corner turn like he needed to that play.
So now you got 4th down and about 6.
Looks like they're going to punt this.
That's not the worst decision.
No, not at all. Not at all, especially with how they've been moving the ball here in this series.
Play field position, because if you go for it and you don't get it, then
it's a disaster. Yeah, you don't want that right now.
On the 46-yard line. Now, we've seen stranger things happen in terms of fake punts, etc., but for the moment, Mail sends on Luke Vallandigham to apparently punt. And Vallandigham will boot it away, and it's a gorgeous spiraling kick. Caught by Krupp at the 20, and Krupp across the 30. 10-yard advancement. And St. X will possess it at their 30-yard line, just under 17 seconds in this third quarter.
Yeah, they've been playing really well, the Tigers have on offense. So Bulldogs need to come out and have a really strong defensive stance if they want to be in this game.
First down at 10, St. X. We'll see what they do here in the remnants of this third quarter. And out of the flat, and Harbin, the intended target. Some great games coming up next week on Glycott. Frederick Douglass, Tates Creek in Lexington. And North Oldham, South Oldham, Ballard, Bryan Station. Highlight the other matchups. It'll be week 4. Feel free to join us next week on Glycott.
High school football season heating up.
Got an empty formation now, 2nd down and 10. With Mason Trimble. It's a 4-man rush, and Trimble's got plenty of time, and a little miscommunication there as he rifled it incomplete. Krupp was covered up.
Yeah, he was throwing that one away for the most part. It looked like he had Harbin in mind, and Harbin fell on the ground during his route.
And Beckett Kennedy out there in coverage, and 2 quick plays, and you're looking at 3rd down and 10. .2 left, and Bulldogs can force a punt here. They'll have the entire 4th quarter to try and muster some response. Again, Mail has led this game 13-0, but X 4 straight touchdowns. And Trimble on 3rd down and 10. And the Bulldogs gang tackle out in space. Should be short of a first down, and that's going to take us to the 4th quarter. It's going to be 4th down and about 3 on the other side of this timeout. You're watching high school football on Glycott.
Buying or selling a new home, and you want to do it with few hassles? Count on Polo Real Estate Group. Founded and owned by 1993 Male High graduate Dion Reese, Polo Real Estate has over 2 decades of experience and offers skillful consultation and representation for your sale or purchase. Polo Real Estate Group, a realtor you can trust.
A lot goes into taking care of your property. You need equipment with more durability, versatility, and #1 rated reliability built in. Like Kubota compact tractors that can do it all right, Z-Series mowers that deliver a quality cut, and the Sidekick utility vehicle built for hard work and fun at 40 miles per hour. Kubota equipment lives up to the highest standards. Yours. Visit your local dealer today.
You're tuned in to Louisville Football Friday from Glycod.
St. X sending on their punting unit on 4th down and about 4. It's Karsten Bush. And trying to set up a return, and Bush mishandles it, and he is going to go for it, and he is not going to get it.
I don't think that was designed. I think that was just...
Let's take another look at that, and I think you're right, Dion. I think that was an impromptu decision forced perhaps by the poor snap.
Yeah, let's take a look at this here. Yeah, he was trying to punt that ball and just decided to go ahead and tuck it and run it.
Boy, that's a play that you might look back in an hour or so that could have extreme significance in this game.
Extreme significance. This is great field position for the Bulldogs. They really need to come away from here with the touchdown.
First down at 10 from the 36-yard line.
Looks like Williams back in at quarterback.
Williams already with a lengthy touchdown pass to Antonio Harris in the first half. As Colin Jefferson is in motion.
A lot of green out here for Harris.
That's going to free up Burton to the near side, and Burton shifting gears, and he's across the 25 to the 24, and Eyelash from taking that further.
I love how hard that kid runs. You know, he's just constantly pumping those legs. He's putting his hand on the ground, just diving for more yards. Another first down for the Bulldogs.
He was dangerously close from taking that one. So first down and 10 for the Bulldogs at the St. X. The 22-yard line. Check that, the 24. Monumentally important drive for Mail. And Williams back to throw across the middle. Verbanek in open spaces. And Verbanek is in.
Touchdown. Great call, great throw, good catch by Verbanek.
And Jordan Williams, how about that? 2 touchdown passes this evening.
Yeah, great game by that young man so far. That was a big play, and the Bulldogs needed that, and they needed it that quickly as well.
So now it's a one-score game, and Mail electing to make it a 7-point deficit should Seth Henson be able to knock this through. And that one rifled it up, and just like that, Mail within a score. It's 27-20 St. X. You're watching Louisville Football Friday from Glycod.
Founded in 1910 in the Ohio Valley region, German American Bank has been raising the standards in banking and wealth management for over a century. Big enough to provide the conveniences of modern banking, yet small enough to care about the people and communities we serve. Because we believe that when a community thrives, its people prosper. We're lending more than money. We're lending a hand. German American Bank, building our community together.
You're tuned in to Louisville Football Friday from Glycod.
Jordan Williams to Andrew Verbanek, his Mail on the doorstep. They trail now by 7. Still a ton of time left. Both teams 3 timeouts, and it's scooped up and snatched by Harbin, and Harbin across the 30 before he runs into a brick wall. The 34-yard line.
Yeah, that'll be a decent field position start for that St. Xavier offense.
Great pass here by Jordan Williams as we take another look.
Oh, that was a great pass. He's really throwing the ball well. Verbanek did a great job of getting to the end zone as well.
Great ambiance here at Louisville Male High School. Always love coming to Veterans Memorial Stadium. It's first down at 10, St. X, and this is an important drive for the Tigers. They have a chance to respond as Trimble calls his own number, and Trimble will navigate and slide down at the 40.
Yeah, that was Solomon Conley that got in the backfield, just wasn't able to get Trimble to the ground. Yeah, it went from a loss to it's like a 5 or 6 yard gain.
Those are those hidden yards that are so important in the course of a game. And second down.
Like you said, this is a big series for a drive for the St. Xavier Tigers.
I think for Coach Wallace, even without points, he would be okay with some time off the clock. Move,
for sure.
Move the ball down the field.
For sure.
There's Trimble and a gun, his companion Harbin behind him, and Harbin on the take. And he'll take it to the second level and be lassoed at the 43-yard line.
Yeah, there wasn't much there originally, but Harbin changed direction and went to the opposite end of the field, or opposite side of the field, and was able to gain some yards on that play.
And now you talk about importance. This is a doozy here on 3rd down and 2.
Big 3rd down here.
Under 9:30 now in the 4th. St. X by 7 in the 100th year of these two teams playing. And Trimble rolling on 3rd and short, and it's a bullseye and caught for a first down by Shelton.
Man, Shelton's had a solid game. That was a great route. He did a great job of keeping his feet in bounds on that play as well.
So first down, St. X. That was Kyle Krupp.
Was it Krupp?
Sure was, excuse me. I said Shelton. It was Krupp with a first down.
Great play call. And execution by the Tigers that
47-yard line. Krupp with 2 touchdown catches tonight.
Some late instructions from the sidelines.
And Trimble feeds Harbin. And Harbin a couple yards to about the 48-yard line.
Yeah, not much there, but like you said earlier, the Bulldogs are actually fighting against the clock at this point as well.
Along with number 52, Isaiah Johnson. Made a 1 on the play, 2nd down.
Both teams 3 timeouts remaining as this Male defense tries to force 3rd down and long, and St. X using the full allocation of time now between plays as they crouch up in offensive sequence, and a poor snap, and Trimble falls on it and takes a punishing blow back near the 30-yard line.
Big play for that the Male High School defense. Obviously, it was a bad snap, and that was actually pretty dangerous for Trimble to try to pick that up and do something with it. He should have just got on the ball. Yeah, just a bad snap. And the Bulldogs were all over it, too. Exactly what this Bulldog defense needed right here.
Well, and fortuitously for St. X, able to hang on to possession. 3rd down at 21. That changes the complexion of this drive.
Tremendously, yeah. If the Bulldogs can get a stop right here, they should have some decent field position on offense.
Now, the Tigers have had some issues in their snap game. We've seen a lot of high snaps on kicks. This one was down in the dirt. 3rd down and long. Trimble, and he'll be brought down.
Nothing there. Great job by that Bulldog secondary and the front and the guys up front for the Bulldogs.
Looked like a Jeremiah Priest on the stop. And St. X going to have to give it back up here. Fourth and 19.
Yeah, I'm sure the Bulldogs come with some pressure here. And like you said, we've had a handful of not so good snaps by the St. Xavier Tigers.
Colin Jefferson back for Male at his own 38. Carson Bush will punt, and it's a nice kick, and chasing Jefferson to the right as it trickles inside the 30. Now down at the 25-yard line. The 39-yard St. X punt.
Bulldogs are in a good position here. You know, they have a ton of weapons on offense. They got some decent field position here.
Under 7 minutes in the 4th. If you just joined us, Male led 13-0 in the first half. St. X with 4 straight touchdowns before Male scored on their last drive. For the Bulldogs, Jordan Wilson with a pair of touchdown passes, one to Andrew Verbanek, the other to Antonio Harris. And for St. X, Kyle Krupp has been stellar, 2 receiving touchdowns. Mason Trimble with 3 touchdowns at the quarterback position. It's first down at 10, and there is Burton, and Burton close to about the 30.
Yeah, it looked like he picked up about 3.
Here on the stop for the Tigers. Second down.
Yeah, he got that corner, but just wasn't able to break that first tackle like he typically does.
Second down and 7.
Looks like we got Williams back in at quarterback.
Jordan only played about 25% at Ballard last week. His share is increased a lot this week, and he's paid off.
It has. It has. Yes, he's done a really, really good job throwing the ball.
Nearing the 6-minute mark of the 4th. Now Burton. And Williams almost set Burton up there. As soon as he received the handoff, he paid the price.
Yeah, he was swarmed by a host of Tigers that time. Tigers did a great job that time of just penetrating the backfield and stopping that run.
So now you're looking at 3rd down and about 11. .5:28 remaining. 2 receivers to the near sideline. Antonio Harris out in the flat, and a long pass from Williams as Harris cut off the route. He ducked inside, and there was not a Bulldog in the vicinity.
Yeah, that was either a miscommunication or he was just throwing that one away. There was no one in, not even close to that pass.
Meehl will send on their punting unit.
Yeah, no choice but to punt here.
So both teams stalling on their most recent drive. And you get the sense the script yet to be written in this game.
Oh, for sure. No, we still got 5 minutes, but yeah, no telling where this game's going to end.
With 3 timeouts left as Vallandigham nudges it forward, and Krupp with a great grab, and Krupp shifting to the near side, and he'll be astute enough to trickle out of bounds.
Yeah, Krupp's dangerous with that ball in his hands. But good coverage by the Bulldogs there.
To St. X, advantageous field position. They're going to have it right at the 50. Coming up at the conclusion of this game, we'll have State Farm Insurance Mike Shelton's most outstanding player. 1 representative from each team will be anointed tonight's MOP, and some great individual performances tonight both ways.
On both sides. You know, you got Harbin, you got Trimble, you got Krupp. Several guys playing really well on both sides of the ball for both teams.
1st down and 10, a huge drive for St. X as Harbin shifts it back inside, and that's a favorable gain for the Tigers on 1st down.
Tigers doing a really good job moving the ball here recently.
2nd down and about 5.
Yeah, Harbin's had a really solid game running the ball tonight.
I think he's going to have a lot of solid games running the ball.
So.
Again, St. X without Danny Gray, their featured running back on the year. Harbin needing 5 and might be a tad short. So now you're looking at 3rd down. That was not a favorable spot. They're going to mark that. They're going to mark that all the way back and basically only give him about a 2-yard gain, which that didn't really occur, but it's 3rd down and 2 from the 42. Trimble rolling right, and he's going to sling it, and that ball is incomplete.
Yeah, I like the call. I guess I thought he had caught it, but I guess he didn't Didn't get it up high enough. Let's see what happens.
I think this is one of those plays where perhaps Trimble, in hindsight, could have jetted for the first. We'll never know, but it's 4th and 2.
I thought he was going to run that, to be honest. I thought he was going to run that. But he had a guy open. I think it was a good decision, just wasn't able to connect on the pass.
He had a couple of spots on that drive on 1st and 2nd down that certainly loom large, and now the Tigers going to have to give it away. It's 4th down and short. Karsten Bush to punt. And Bush slinging it to the left, and Jefferson is going to watch it trickle out just in for a touchback.
Nice punt by the St. Xavier Tigers. I thought they were going to get it down by the goal, so
just in. So Mayo will have it at their 20-yard line.
Yeah, they'll be fighting this Tigers defense and the clock on this drive.
So 80 yards to go, 3 timeouts remaining. As Mayo and St. X, another outstanding matchup. So many great games in this series. And so many close ones, especially over the last few years.
Oh, for sure. And this one isn't any different.
Williams hit right as he threw it. It's going to force an incompletion.
Yeah, it looks like he was trying to find Harris on the post corner route, actually.
And right as Williams unleashed that pass, I'm not sure if the camera stayed with it long enough. He took a whopping.
Oh, he did take a nice shot.
So 2nd down now and 10 from the 20.
The incomplete pass does stop the clock, which is a good thing for the Bulldogs.
Antonio Harris in the shotgun, and Harris dials something up for himself. And Harris trying to find a seam inside, and it closed very quickly.
Yeah, they've had a lot of success getting Harris on the outside, and they were trying to get him there that play. And
at 3rd down and 5, and again, looked like he had a seam momentarily.
Yeah, the Bulldogs really need to pick up this pace.
Again, they have 3 timeouts left. And you might have to think that this is a 4-down play call here on 3rd and 5.
Sure, for sure.
And a lot of time off the clock before the whistle blows, and that's some wasted time.
Way
in a
too
Mayo
much time.
Timeout. So a big 3rd down on the other side. We're live tonight at Veterans Memorial Stadium in a crucial 3rd down when we come back.
You cannot depend on Beth to choose the best meal to go.
Is that soup? No, thank you.
But you can always depend on her car starting because she has an Interstate battery. Outrageously dependable.
Come by Interstate Batteries, 1510 Production Road, Jeffersonville.
You're tuned in to Louisville Football Friday from Glycod.
Well, Dion, what do you dial up here on 3rd down and 5?
You know, I was just thinking about that. You know, I was spoiled to have Chris Redmond at quarterback, so we would be in the no huddle 2-minute offense right now. I was gonna say I'd probably put the. Yeah, they're probably looking at this like they're going to try to get it in 2 downs. I'm going to probably try to get Harris on the outside.
Again, Mayo had to call timeout, and there is Harris flipping it to Burton and trying to get the 1st down, and he will as the drive continueth out near the 35-yard line.
Yeah, Harris on the outside, Burton on the outside. Both of them are dangerous.
And only about an 8-yard gain, but a huge advancement of the chains up to the 34. So it cost the Dogs a timeout to get it, but they will continue to possess the ball. 1st and 10 from there, 34 down 7. 2 timeouts left. The ball on the near hash. As Harris finding Burton, and Burton rounding the corner, and Burton pushed forward across the 44 to the 45-yard line.
I like the play call, another great run, but the Bulldogs have got to get back in their offense. And
2nd down and short, nearing the 2-minute mark.
Yeah, I don't like how slow the Bulldogs are moving right now. Guys are walking around. They're not moving like they're on a game-winning drive.
You see a lot of Tigers hands on hips. And the Bulldogs back to work on 2nd down and short. Jordan Williams, the quarterback, and he's going to float it incomplete.
Yeah, I think he was wanting Chase to actually take off so he could hit him downfield, and Chase just kind of stood there at that time.
That was a wasted 25, 30 seconds.
Easy.
But at least the clock, at least for Male anyway, the clock idle now at 1:44. And we'll see what the Bulldogs opt to do here. Up under center. And there is Burton, and he's going to get the call, and Burton fumbled the football, and it looked like Male had a momentary grasp, and the Bulldogs will hang on to it.
Wow. And got a 1st down out of it.
See if we can take another look. One of the interior linemen saved the game momentarily by falling on the Burton fumble.
Yeah, I couldn't see what was going on there, but luckily one of the Bulldogs were able to recover that.
But the clock continues to run. On the 46-yard line, it's 1st down and 10 Bulldogs. Jordan Williams back to throw. He's going to sling it, and he's got a target, and that is going to go in for 6.
That's a touchdown. Great play call. I love it. Bring Williams in at the quarterback and send Harris deep.
Antonio Harris in for the 3rd time, and that's the 3rd touchdown pass by Jordan Williams.
Great call. I love it. Put the ball in the hand of Williams and try to get Harris downfield deep, and they were able to do it.
Well, now the all-important point after. Bulldogs had one blocked after their first score tonight. Hold us down, and this one is up and in, and we've got a match game.
Another classic St. X Male game tonight, folks.
Let's take one more look at this touchdown from Jordan Williams, and he put that right on the money.
I love that play call. Great throw. Great route by Harris. Great catch. And then again, it's a foot race. He's back behind the St. Xavier defense.
Well, we told you about the 5-minute mark that the script was yet to be written.
Yet to be written, and here we go. Tie ball game with 1:01 left in the 4th quarter.
And it's still yet to be written.
For sure, no doubt about it. I don't know where this is going.
Some kind of response. You wouldn't expect anything less from these two great teams.
Oh, no doubt.
Male with the bookend 2 baggers, 2 touchdowns to start, and then the last 2, and St. X with 4 in the middle.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. They seem to have the momentum right now, so let's see if they can keep that up.
Bush and Harbin back, and it will be Harbin that runs under it at the 5. And there's Harbin cutting back at the 30, and boy, he was loose for a little while.
He was. Nice open field tackle by the Bulldogs.
So we'll see what St. X has to offer from their 33-yard line.
55 seconds on the clock. I'm not sure how aggressive they'll be here.
And Trimble on first down and 10, and he's going to take a sack.
Timeout.
Back at the 25-yard line, and the Bulldogs quickly call timeout.
Yeah, good call by Coach Wolf.
That was Spike Souls again with a sack.
He's had a great game on defense tonight.
So we're going to keep things right here as the Bulldogs call timeout. It will be second down and about 14, it looks like. And to your point, you mentioned before the sack that St. X probably wouldn't be too aggressive, and certainly that may be out the window now.
Right, for sure.
I mean, second and 14, backed up. Still 3 timeouts left.
I'm not sure they're still going to be very aggressive right here. Yeah, they're just trying to survive at this point.
Yeah, I would certainly agree with that as Tigers perhaps err on the side of caution here. The ball moving the wrong way for them back at their own 25-yard line. Little flip around the horn to Barbie, and Barbie outside. That's a nice play call as Barbie up to the 38-yard line.
I like the play call. They kind of gave this illusion that they might throw it because he's back there in the shotgun and just pitched it back to Harbin for the end around.
That was, Harbin on the tote. We got a flag on third down and short. That ball's caught for a first down. Up to the 44-yard line, make it the 48-yard line, brought down by Barbie, but again, a penalty.
Yeah, that may have been too many men on the field by Male High School. Looked like there was a guy didn't quite get off the field.
And you're right about that, Dion. 12 against the Bulldogs. So penalty will be declined. It's going to be a St. X first down. And now the line of scrimmage in Bulldog territory, and the Tigers certainly have a credible kicker in Logan Zoller. And they're going to mark this at the Tiger 48.
They probably got about one more play left, I would think.
Back now at the 47, first down and 10. High snap to Trimble, and he's going to zing it out at the 44. It's caught.
Like the play call. Very well executed. Good catch by that young man.
It was Anthony Barbie that brought it in again.
Solid game by Barbie as well.
Second down in a couple, so now you're looking 8.6, so 5 seconds evaporate off the clock. Zoller's career long is 34 yards, so to give him an honest look, you in essence have to get about 20 more yards of field position, I would think, as you're at the Male 45-yard line. Trimble and the gun. And Trimble being chased at 4, and he's going to heave it, and that ball's caught, and we're going to overtime.
Overtime.
First one of those we've had this year. Male and St. X headed to overtime. We'll see you on the other side of this quick pause on Glycod.
Founded in 1910 in the Ohio Valley region, German American Bank has been raising the standards in banking and wealth management for over a century. Big enough to provide the conveniences of modern banking, yet small enough to care about the people and communities we serve. Because we believe that when a community thrives, its people prosper. We're lending more than money. We're lending a hand. German American Bank, building our community together.
You're tuned in to Louisville Football Friday from Glycod.
Overtime, St. X and Male 2024, so both teams will possess the football in overtime. Is there any advantage here to what sequence you have the ball?
if both teams are going to get the ball, you know, I like the feel of just being on defense first. You know what I mean? So you know what you have to do once you do get the ball. So.
So we'll have a coin toss and a lot of drama straight ahead. A lot of heroes in this game for St. X. Kyle Krupp has been outstanding. He's got 2 receiving touchdowns. Mason Trimble put in perhaps his best performance of his career at the quarterback position. He's got a touchdown rush. He's got 2 touchdown passes. And for Male, Jordan Williams, his best career game as a Bulldog with 2 touchdown passes.
Yeah, he's had a great game today. And you can't forget Harbin for the Tigers as well. He's had a solid game running the ball.
Got Antonio Harris with 3 touchdowns for Male. Chase Burton doing a lot of work on the ground as well.
Yeah, Harris has had a great game.
If you just joined us, where you been? Right?
Right.
It's been a great game.
It sure has. It sure has. You know, we started out with the storm. This is some beautiful weather here tonight, too. So
yeah, this game delayed 30 minutes due to lightning before the game.
Yeah.
So St. X will have possession.
That's a ball game, folks.
And in the Male defense, certainly I would have to think Kevin Wallace is going to have to think twice about maybe putting Trimble in some difficult situations, passing the ball. The Male front has been overpowering at times.
They have been, but Trimble's been solid. You know what I mean? He's making good decisions. He's not turning the ball over. So, you know, I'm sure Coach Wallace has a ton of faith in him, you know, to do the right thing and make the right decision.
So St. X will possess the football to start this game. So first down and goal from the 10 for St. X to begin the overtime period. So again, no time will evaporate off the clock. Each team gets a possession. Male on the defensive end to start by choice. Is Trimble rolling, and he's going to sling it, and that ball is going to be caught inside the 5-yard line.
I like the play call. Again, just get Trimble on the outside, and you know, and I know that he's got that option to run it if he doesn't see anybody, but made a great pass and a great grab that time.
It was Harbin that brought that baby in under heavy duress. So now second down. So they'll mark it at the 3, we're told. So second down and goal in essence. As Trimble is in the gun. Trimble keeps it himself, and Trimble is in.
Touchdown Tigers. I like the play call. Like the play call. Fake it, and that was a design run for Trimble that time.
So now a 6-point lead is Trimble diving in for the touchdown. And a lot of pressure on the snapper. Again, there have been some high ones tonight on kicks as Zoller tries to add one to the Tiger tally. And that one sneaks home. So now we'll see what the Bulldogs can do from the 10, and obviously they need a touchdown to continue this game.
I mean, it's almost going to take a mistake by one of these offenses not to score. It's tough to stop these squads, you know, from getting 10 yards.
Well, and certainly the strategy goes, if Male were to score, would they go for 2? Perhaps too soon to have that discussion, but they will have it from the 10 for their first overtime possession. It's been a fantastic game tonight at Veterans Memorial Stadium.
Take care of the ball and no penalties.
Antonio Harris in the shotgun. Chase Burton behind him, and Burton on the take. Chase Burton rounds the corner, and Burton barreling his way in.
Touchdown Bulldogs.
So Chase Burton doing his job, and we'll see what Male opts to do. Now, Coach Wolf, over the years, has been very aggressive at times, and
kickers running to the sideline. Henson's on the sideline.
Again, the last game on this field, you know all about it. Male and Frederick Douglass. Bulldogs went for 2 late in that game.
They're going for 2 now.
And we're going to have a timeout. Somebody's calling timeout.
I love it.
So both teams, a lot of dilemma on this side of the coin here for the Bulldogs.
I love this call. I absolutely love this call. Again, you know, at this time of the season, that Bulldog offense is just so explosive.
And I think more than anything, trying to send a message to his team.
Oh, for sure. No, for sure. I love this call.
The confidence in the offensive line.
I don't know what they're calling. I'm going Chase Burton. I'm going to get the ball in Chase Burton's hands and see if you can get him on the ground. He's one of those runners. You get him down here, he just smells the end zone. It's going to be tough to keep him out.
So the Bulldogs, again, apparently going to go for 2, trying to win this game in the initial overtime. Harris and Burton in the backfield. A 2-pointer wins it for Male. And Harris rolling, looking for the boundary.
Touchdown.
Bulldogs win!
What a call. What a call. Who was thinking that?
And Male with the win, and a wonderful pass. Harris's first completion of the night.
Yeah, that was a Coach Wolf touchdown. You know,
it's Andrew Verbanek.
Fake it to Burton, swing around, and now I'm thinking Harris is going to run it, and then there's a tight end, Verbanek, wide open in the end zone.
What a great win for the Male Bulldogs.
Great call, very well executed play, and like you said, a great win by the Bulldogs. Great win. I love the call. I love that, Chris.
Well, and Chris Wolf, he's probably heard about the 2-point try-all winner.
Right.
And good for him to come back and try it again. And Male wins Donnybrook by 1.
Very, very well executed overtime. They won the coin toss, chose to defer so they could be on offense second, you know, so they knew what they had to do. St. Nick scored as we could have expected. They come out, they score, and then I love it that they were aggressive enough to go for the 2 points in the victory.
A lot to get to in the postgame. Male wins 35-34. More coverage straight ahead. You're watching Week 3 on Glycod.
Glycod on YouTube is Kentuckiana's fastest growing high school sports video site. When you click to subscribe, don't forget to tap the bell and be notified of our upcoming live broadcasts and other unique video content. Subscribe for free now at youtube.com/Glycod.
UA Local 502 is offering great career opportunities for plumbers, pipe fitters, and HVAC technicians. They're seeking highly skilled and trained workers with or without experience. Incentives include debt-free education, employer-funded benefits, apprenticeship that comes with employment, and high starting wages. If you're ready to accelerate your career or just want a fresh start, UA Local 502 could be for you. Contact them at 502-361-8492. UA Local 502. We do it right the first time.
1965 Male graduate and basketball star George Tensley knows the value of providing quality service. And that's what you get when you dine with Tensley Family Concessions. They provide travelers with many fine choices at Louisville Muhammad Ali International Airport. Whether it's Kentucky Fried Chicken, Chili's, or Starbucks, you know your travel experience will be a more comfortable and convenient one. Learn more about our company by visiting the website tfcfamily.com.
When you're buying or selling a new home and you want to do it with few hassles, count on Polo Real Estate Group. Founded and owned by 1993 Male High graduate Dion Reese, Polo Real Estate has over 2 decades of experience and offers skillful consultation and representation for your sale or purchase. Polo Real Estate Group, a realtor you can trust.
Are you an HVAC and refrigeration tech looking for new opportunities? Tech24 is your single source for commercial HVAC, refrigeration, and kitchen equipment maintenance all across the country. We have exciting career opportunities with great pay and benefits in your area. To learn more, contact Brad at 864-549-8344 and check us out on the web at mytech24.com. 864-549-8344.
The news says Gen Z is struggling. I've got news for them.
I wait tables, but last week I built a field hospital.
I put out a forest fire.
I stopped 1,000 attackers.
And a natural disaster.
I've saved lives and led a team on patrol.
I serve.
Well, I go to school full-time.
While I work full-time.
The greater the challenge, the stronger we become.
Tonight's post-game recap is brought to you by the Army National Guard. Protect what matters most to you. Visit your nearest National Guard recruiter or nationalguard.com.
Score tonight in overtime, 35-34 Male. Just a tremendous football game coming down to the final play. Male opts to go for it in overtime. They went for 2, and here's the final decision. And a dial-up pass from Harris. Andrew Verbanek, Dion on the catch, and just great execution by the Bulldogs.
And just a great call. I mean, again, I feel like they executed the entire overtime well. You know, again, won the toss, deferred. St. Nick scored first. They score on the second and gives them the opportunity to go for 2 and go for the win, and they did it. And again, I love the play call with the pass to the is it Verbanek?
Yeah, it looked like Andrew Verbanek brought that in. We'll get final confirmation when we update the scoring summary in just a little bit, but tremendous win tonight for Male. This game had a little bit of everything, and St. X just a wonderful effort in defeat.
It did. No. St. X looked good after tonight. I mean, these are 2 really evenly matched teams. No turnovers tonight, but there were quite a few penalties. So I think this is really just a great game for both teams. They'll both take something away from it, and it'll make them better both, for the playoffs when they get here.
Coming up in just a little bit, we'll have the State Farm Insurance Mike Shelton most outstanding player. We'll also run down some scoring summaries and take a look ahead to next week's action. But Male continues their undefeated string, now 3-0 on the season. St. X falls to 2-1. Final Male 35 and St. X with 34. More coverage in just a moment. You're watching Week 3 on Glycod.
Jake from State Farm. I would like to formally extend my gratitude for the Russell rate on my insurance.
Do you mean surprisingly great rates from State Farm?
I don't believe in accepting help, but I'll make an exception.
Here's the deal, Russell. There's no special rate. These prices are for everyone.
Consider us square. I made that from memory. I know your face that well.
For surprisingly great rates and great service, call State Farm agent Mike Shelton in Louisville today.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
UA Local 502 is offering great career opportunities for plumbers, pipe fitters, and HVAC technicians. They're seeking highly skilled and trained workers with or without experience. Incentives include debt-free education, employer-funded benefits, apprenticeship that comes with employment, and high starting wages. If you're ready to accelerate your career or just want a fresh start, UA Local 502 could be for you. Contact them at 502-361-8492. UA Local 502. We do it right the first time.
When you're buying or selling a new home and you want to do it with few hassles, count on Polo Real Estate Group. Founded and owned by 1993 Male High graduate Dion Reese, Polo Real Estate has over 2 decades of experience and offers skillful consultation and representation for your sale or purchase. Polo Real Estate Group, a realtor you can trust. Blunt Dental Group is a high-quality, family-owned dental practice. We are committed to educating our patients, as well as investing in the latest technology to provide more efficient dental care. Our team of licensed dentists and hygienists includes 2010 Male High graduate Tyler Blunt, located in the heart of Linden at 8013 New LaGrange Road, Suite 6. For an appointment, call 502-425-7068 or go online at bluntdentalgroup.com. Blunt Dental Group, straightforward smiles.
Blinds Direct, not just blinds. Blinds Direct, not just blinds.
1965 male graduate and basketball star George Tensley knows the value of providing quality service. And that's what you get when you dine with Tensley Family Concessions. They provide travelers with many fine choices at Louisville Muhammad Ali International Airport. Whether it's Kentucky Fried Chicken, Chili's, or Starbucks, you know your travel experience will be a more comfortable and convenient one. Learn more about our company by visiting the website tfcfamily.com.
Founded in 1910 in the Ohio Valley region, German American Bank has been raising the standards in banking and wealth management for over a century. Big enough to provide the conveniences of modern banking, yet small enough to care about the people and communities we serve. Because we believe that when a community thrives, its people prosper. We're lending more than money. We're lending a hand. German American Bank, building our community together.
You're tuned in to Louisville Football Friday from Glycod.
$35-34 Male over St. X as we welcome you back, Veterans Memorial Stadium. I'm Chris LeBar along with former Male Bulldog Dion Reese. Tonight's Most Outstanding Players presented by State Farm Insurance Agent Mike Shelton. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. We thank Mike immensely for all of his support here throughout the years on Glycod. You can reach Mike at 502-893-9255. And again, Mike Shelton, State Farm, is there, our most outstanding player. And for St. X, so go with Mason Trimble. Great performance. We think he had 3 touchdowns, but a lot of great performances all the way around.
Yeah, he did a really good job of just controlling the game today. You know, they didn't turn the ball over. You know, he ran the ball well. You know, he was throwing the ball well, just making good decisions. And every time it seemed like, you know, things might have been falling apart for the Cats or the Tigers, you know, Mason Trimble was able to make some big plays. So I would give him the most valuable player.
You got Kyle Krupp with 2 touchdown receptions for St. X. I mean, my goodness, they all played well. Anthony Barbie made some big catches as well.
Big catches. And you can't forget Harbin. I mean, he ran the ball well tonight as well. So, again, lots of guys could have got that tonight. But, you know, I'm just going to give it to Trimble, man. He played a solid game.
And for Male, some consternation. I know you thought about this in great depth. And going to also go with the quarterback, Jordan Williams.
Oh, no doubt about it. Yeah, I'm going to go with quarterback Jordan Williams. And, again, this could have easily been Harris. You know, he had a great game. You know, he caught a few. I mean, he just had a great, solid, all-around game. He was at the wideout position. He was at the quarterback position. But I really think those opportunities or those chances where they brought Jordan in and put him at the quarterback position, and he made some great long throws that had a great, just a huge impact on this game tonight.
Don't have the final stats. Chase Burton obviously did a great job on the ground.
Yes, as always.
And his presence was certainly felt. And then defensively, Spike Souls was outstanding at the point of attack.
He did. You know, I know him as an outstanding offensive tackle, but he really showed up for the defense tonight, and they needed it too at some big times.
What are some takeaway points? Because this is only week 3, as both these teams lunge forward in the season. First for St. X.
I would say for St. X, I mean, first of all, both of these teams showed some really bright spots, you know, and they're very evenly matched. You know what I mean? If they meet up later in the season, you know, you're not going to be able to look at this game and say, oh, Mel's going to win. You know what I mean? It's going to be another tough game. But I think they saw some bright things from their passing game tonight. You know, I think both teams have been a little run heavy, but just some really bright spots for St. X that I think that they can build on.
And Mail, as they head into a bye week, a lot to look forward to, I think.
Yeah, they've been running the ball really well all year. You know, you got that Harris-Burton combo back there, that's been very tough to stop. But tonight, I really loved Jordan Williams and what he did at the quarterback position and getting the ball downfield.
There you see Coach Wolf being interviewed by the local media, and so happy for Coach. And again, the 2-point try, a lot of irony in that play call. First home game, and the Bulldogs pulling out 35-34. We can only hope Week 4 is as good as Week 3. 5 more games next week on Glycod. At last glance, Douglas was also in overtime against Manual. And next week, the Broncos take on Tates Creek. We'll have Ballard, Bryan Station, North Oldham. It looks like they're going to 3-0. And then also Butler and PRP. And Dion, always love working with you. Good to be back.
Same here, man. Another classic game between the Tigers and the Bulldogs. And, just blessed that we were here to enjoy it.
Amen to that. Thanks so much for watching us, guys. Really appreciate it. That'll put a bow on our Week 3 coverage. Wonderful Glycod crew on hand, headlined by executive producer Steve Bird. Our camera operators were Max Gorley and Joe O'Melion. For Dion Reese, I'm Chris Labar. Good night from Male High School in Louisville. The Bulldogs win a thriller 35-34, and you watched it on Glycod. Good night.
Founded in 1910 in the Ohio Valley region, German American Bank has been raising the standards in banking and wealth management for over a century. Big enough to provide the conveniences of modern banking, yet small enough to care about the people and communities we serve. Because we believe that when a community thrives, its people prosper. We're lending more than money. We're lending a hand. German American Bank, building our community together.
Are you an HVAC and refrigeration tech looking for new opportunities? Tech24 is your single source for commercial HVAC, refrigeration, and kitchen equipment maintenance all across the country. We have exciting career opportunities with great pay and benefits in your area. To learn more, contact Brad at 864-549-8344 and check us out on the web at mytech24.com. 864-549-8344.
Are you a parent battling with raising your child in today's fallen world? You're not alone. The Operation Parent Handbook is your beacon of hope with info and guidance on social media, vaping, anxiety, and more. It's a resource that equips you with the guidance and conversation starters you need in your parenting journey. Use discount code KIDS at checkout to get 10% off any handbook. Visit OperationParent.org to reclaim your confidence as a parent. Operation Parent, you've got this.
New recruit, take advantage of our apprenticeship program. Come out of our 4-year course debt-free. With health insurance, a guaranteed pension, a degree, and an electrical license.
3 words I'd use to describe the apprenticeship are opportunity, skillful, educational,
solid career path,
rewarding, beneficial, and a brotherhood.
A life-changing opportunity.
The cost of school is free. All your books are paid for.
You go to school once every 2 weeks. All the other stuff is on-the-job training.
The teachers here are great. They're all very, very knowledgeable.
They're preparing you for what you're already seeing in the field.
If you're struggling with something at school, sometimes your fellow students can help you work through that.
Everyone's willing to help each other. It's like a big family.
I love being a part of a union, something bigger than myself.
This field is so vast. You can find something that you really love to do because there is so much you can do with it.
I went from a job to a life-changing career.
Power up your potential with the IBEW.
You cannot depend on Carl to make peace with his seatbelt, but you can always depend on his car starting because he has an Interstate battery. Interstate batteries, outrageously dependable.
Come by Interstate Batteries, 1510 Production Road, Jeffersonville.
Jake from State Farm. I would like to formally extend my gratitude for the Russell rate on my insurance.
Do you mean surprisingly great rates from State Farm?
I don't believe in accepting help, but I'll make an exception.
Here's the deal, Russell. There's no special rate. These prices are for everyone.
Consider us square. I made that from memory. I know your face that well.
For surprisingly great rates and great service, call State Farm agent Mike Shelton in Louisville today.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
You're tuned in to Louisville Football Friday from Glycod. From Glycod, this has been UA Local 502 Louisville Football Friday. UA Local 502, they do it right the first time. Tonight's game was brought to you by Tinsley Family Concessions, commitment to quality. The Army National Guard, where the next greatest generation is now. German American Bank, building our community together. Polo Real Estate Group, a realtor you can trust. IBEW Local 369, power up your potential. Blunt Dental Group, straightforward smiles. State Farm Insurance Agent Mike Shelton, like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. And Holy Smokes Barbecue.
For schedule information about our upcoming broadcasts, visit our website, glicod.com, Facebook and Twitter @Glycod. We thank you for tuning into this live sports presentation from Glycod.